want something you never had, you have to do something you've never done. Such motivating words by Thomas Jefferson. Jai Hind, and a very good morning to our guest speaker, Ms. Ritu Sharma, Ms. Shambhavi Khare, and Ms. Shrestha Bhaumik, our MD Dr. Jai Singh, all faculty members, and my dear friends. I, Shreya Srivastava, MC for today's session, welcome you all to this orientation program. The theme for the program for batch 2023-25 is Preparing Minds and Shaping Futures. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome our guests. Ma'am, do I have your permissions? Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Ritu Sharma, having 20 plus years of experience working in the talent acquisition and HR business partner space. She carries diversified experience working in different industry sectors like consulting, IT, ITES, product development, and engineering services. Last 8 years, ma'am has been exclusively focused on campus hiring roles, covering all types of academic institutions, B schools, engineering, graduate colleges, CA campuses, and many other. She has done an end-to-end role in spanning across recruitment operations, designing and implementing campus hiring strategies, running branding and engagement initiatives, designing pre- and post-onboarding engagement programs. Ma'am is extremely passionate about this role and it is very close to her heart as it gives an opportunity to be creative, redefine hiring strategies almost every year to adapt the changing mindset of millennials. And it also pushes her to come up with newer ideas and to match their energy levels. In addition, working so deeply in this space for the last 8 plus years has made her a subject master market expert, in the areas of campus hiring. She has established connections at so many different levels within academic community. She has extensively worked in the area of non-traditional campus hiring approaches like using social media, student reach programs, partnership channels with universities, etc. We welcome you, ma'am. Our second guest speaker is Ms. Shambhavi Khare. Ms. Shambhavi Khare has total of 1.5 years of experience with Brilio as a senior recruiter. Primarily involved in campus recruitment and engagement programs for candidates, also support lateral hiring for data analytics and data science. She's an active volunteer at Brilio's Bringing Smiles activities for over a year now. We welcome you, ma'am. Next, we have Ms. Shrestha Bhaumik. Ma'am has successfully navigated the dynamic landscape of campus recruitment, identifying and attracting top-tier talent from leading educational institutions. She excels in managing end-to-end recruitment processes, from sourcing and screening candidates to conducting interviews and processing offers, and keeping them engaged till onboarded. She focuses on building strong relationships with candidates and stakeholders, which lead to successful placement and positive hiring experiences. Ma'am, we welcome you. Now, I would request our guests to guide the batch with their words of wisdom.
Hi, very good morning to everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
The start of the day was so enriching. Whenever I listen to the national anthem, I start getting goosebumps. So once again, Jai Hind to all of you. And yeah, see, I love this energy. Okay, so we'll get started. Is this okay? I love to be here than there. So you'll find me moving around. Okay. I don't need to give my introduction. Where is she who was reading? Has already given the detailed introduction, but still I would like to start with, so my name is Ritu, I head campus strategy at Brilio, been with different industry sectors, done multiple roles, and here I am. Last 8 years into campus recruiting, and after I've taken this role, decided that I shouldn't go back to anything else. Even if they asked me to take new things, I said, no, let me still be here, because there are personal reasons, when, and everybody have their own reasons to pick something. You guys will shortly enter that, in the final year. Some of them are already in the final year here, when they are ready to, decide which company, where to go, what to do, what motivates you. So you have just entered college. So half of the battle of your life has already been done. The next half is yet to come. For that, the college is doing a wonderful job in preparing all of you. So I thank the college to create such platforms, avenues where we can come talk to you all. And this is the only reason why I never decided to go back into doing anything else, because whenever I am here, instead of, I mean, I know I have a presentation, I'll come, I'll talk and go, but I learn a lot from you all. The energy that I get, the learnings that come across when we meet, when we interact with all of you is wonderful. So you already are an ocean of knowledge, you know, and the energy that you have. Uh, Usually, the college students think that when the industry experts come, you learn a lot from them. But trust me, talk to anybody. I know the other side. They say they learn a lot. They feel more energetic when they interact with all of you. So the interest is mutual today. Okay, so we all are here together to share a common interest and to learn together today. Uh, a lot of it you already know. I don't have to teach you anything. I just have to shape it up and share some of the industry experiences, what worked, what does not work. But for every individual, the story is different. You have to, so there's no formula that anybody has derived that you do these things and you'll be successful. We all know that, right? Everybody has to go through that churn, and only then you shine out. So with that, I'll begin today. Before that, we just wanted to do something, disrupt the arrangement. That's what we believe in, disruption and then innovation. So what I want you all to do, quick 5 minutes you have, we divide you all in quarters, okay? Because a day long, we have a lot of learnings and activities. Jan, Feb, March will sit here, all who were born in these months, that is Q1. Then April, May, June is Q2. She's very happy that I'm already here. Okay, a little. So start standing up, changing. This is Q1, Jan, Feb, March. Q2, yeah, this is Jan. Okay, first listen to instruction before you actually get into action. Listen to instruction. Q1, Jan, Feb, March. Q2. Who will tell me what is Q2 then? April, May, June. Perfect. You already started learning. Q3. What is Q3? Yes, perfect. July, August, September. And Q4 is October, November, December. These are your birthday months. Most of them in September. Let's see who has the majority. Who can count and give me the number in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? I want the total number in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Count fast. एक notepad note कर लो. I want the total number in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. It's okay. Q3 is July, August, September, and Q4 is October, November, December. These are your birthday months when you were born. And I want you all to sit in that order and give me the total count of number of students in Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Whoever is ready can let me know. Q1, what's the count? 45 in Q1. Q2? 57. Q3? 51. 76. Oh, beautiful. So in any company, Q4 is always the best quarter. You know that? Why? Give me the answer. Tell me why Q4 is the best quarter. Reasons. I want you all to interact. This day is not going to be learning or meaningful until we speak. Okay, we need to start. No answer is right or wrong. And you can come up with any answer. Go ahead.
Jain ma'am, Karishma this side. So quarter four is best at the any corporate because of that, because we are a many number of peoples and we can get learnings from each other and there are different innovative minds out there. So that's the reason.
Jai Hind, ma'am. My name is Mansi Saraf. I think they are adaptable with nature.
Q4 is adaptable. Okay. We'll take some answers from you. Go ahead.
Jai Hind, ma'am. My name is Prashant. Ma'am, Q4 is important as it shows overall health of a company.
Overall health of the company, somewhere closer
ma'am.
to the answer. Okay. Very good. What else? Why do you think Q4 is the best?
Ma'am, because we have the learnings from our past records. Q1,
So you
Q2,
have
Q3.
learnings from Q1, Q2, Q3, and then Q4 is let's catch up and meet our targets, right? Okay. Thank you for this answer. This was just a coincidence and just start. This was on the spot that I brought it up. So yes, but yeah, linked to what happens in any organization. Before I start, couple of expectations that I want to set today. We are here with a day-long pact of information, event, some things that you already know, some things that we will add as value. What I want is be open, ask as many questions as you can. I may not have answer to all the questions. I'll try my best to answer the most, but what I cannot, I'll certainly come back, share it with your placement team, and they'll share those answers with all of you. I'll try and do my best for today. So yeah, coming back to our activity, Q4 is the best quarter because, as many of you said, you have learnings from Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 is, we need to do everything that we can to meet our targets because then the next year will not look good. In the current context of, we all know the market situation, we are all hoping Q4 will be really, really good, and it's picking up. So Q1, Q2 was not that great for any industry, any company. Not that it was bad. They didn't shut shops. Nobody shut shops. We're all functioning. Everything is going fine. Q4 is going to be good. So not relevant to all of you, but for your seniors, they'll have to be a little patient with companies coming, job offers coming. It's not that it's not going to happen, it will happen. So I just wanted to set some current context as well, and then we'll get going. A little bit about Brilio. Who all know Brilio, what it does? What is Brilio all about? Okay? Go ahead.
So, ma'am, they deal in the IT consulting services for
IT consulting services.
cyber security services, product engineering,
Product
data analytics,
Okay,
platform engineering.
great, great. So you've done your homework. Yes, go ahead. IT consulting and staffing. We don't do a lot consulting, yes. We don't do staffing, but we work for clients. So yes, our nature of our job is where we have we support our clients. So it's purely into IT services and consulting, but we don't lend our resources there. Like they are not the headcount of the other company, so it's not staffing, but it's only providing services. So by that nature, yes, we are under the client projects. Yeah, go ahead. Headquartered in California. Bangalore, India, yes. We have one office in Pune as well. So yeah, we are in Bangalore, Pune, in India, Hyderabad and Chennai are client locations. Go ahead.
Jai Hind, ma'am. I'm Shreya Ghosh. This company focused on digital technologies.
Perfect. You touched the word digital now. Okay, I was looking for this word as well. So it cannot go without the word digital in Brilio. So yeah, we believe, we take pride, and we are born digital. We are a pure digital company. We provide digital solutions. So all our efforts, unlike the other IT giants, where they do a lot of services, maintenance, product, and solutioning, we focus in the same space, but purely in the digital space. So we provide digital solution, transformation, we do a lot of re-engineering, we do a lot of automation, but in the digital space. So, and we are, yes, spread across. Anybody can share what are the industries we are already working on? Any information you've gathered around that? Industry focus, Yes, go ahead. Accenture, no. I'm talking about Brilio. When they provide services or when they work in this space, what are the industries we are already working on? Do we understand industries here? Yes? Okay, then tell me what industries are there. Forget Brilio right now. Industries, how do you name those industries? Name some of them.
Jai Hind, ma'am. My name is Gnaneshwari Sahu. Industries are telecommunication, healthcare,
Okay.
mobility, and design thinking.
Design thinking is not an industry, that's a solution. The design thinking is used across all the industry, but you started well with, yes, telecom, you said
Healthcare.
healthcare, you said mobility,
And CPC.
IT,
Yes,
IT, what else? Service, no, that is providing service. Yes, go ahead. Retail, yes. Healthcare, infra, media, entertainment, pharma, FMCG. Yeah, now the answers are coming. See, yeah, you just need little clues, no? Yes, so yeah, most of these industries that you've already named, we provide services. We have clients. So we have not kept ourselves thin, focusing only in IT, but we focus in all other industries like media, telecom, entertainment, healthcare, BFSI, which is your finance domain, life sciences, telecom, everything. So all of these industry, we have clients. We work with Fortune 500 clients across all the globes. And I'll share, we are 6,000 plus now. So we've grown. We were born in 2014, where the history is much, much ahead. But Brilio got its name in 2014. So yes, we are growing. We are in the fast-paced growing space. And so this is about Brilio. I'll bring in some stats. Okay, this already covered. Leading digital transformation, partner, primarily serving Fortune 100 enterprises. That's fine, I'll manage. That's okay. And our purpose is, I use two words, right? What did I use initially? What did I do? I said disruption and innovation, right? Exactly. So what is disruption? What is disruption? Anybody, what's disruption? What do you understand by disruption?
Changing the old methods by new.
Changing the old methods by new. What else is disruption? Any obstacles that you face, how you can overcome that? Very good, great. Yes, to increase to strategize the company, coming up with new strategies if old doesn't work, or or adapting to the new ways of working, right? That's also disruption. Go ahead. Breaking the chain, exactly. So disruption, yes, these are when there is something which is going well, let me see how I can break that, and which is called breaking the chain, and come up with something new. So that's called disruption. What is innovation? Okay, this is a group answer. Okay, what is innovation? Finding out the missing dots, which is going to solve your problem. Okay, that will result in solution, but what is innovation? That is called solutioning. You're close to it. Innovation is one step ahead. Yes, go ahead. Creativity, yes, innovation requires creativity. Finding something new which is not existing. Create something out of the box. Beautiful. So yeah, creativity, finding something new which is already not existing, and thinking out of the box is innovation, right? If you find out or come up with, you find out gaps and you come up with approaches to fill that gap, that is solutioning. You found a solution to a problem. But innovation is where you actually disrupt, break what is going right, and come up with something new out of the box idea. So yes, really, everybody will get a chance. Don't worry, we have a lot of questions. So I'll go with the answers that we got. So yeah, we turn disruptions into advantages for a client, right? We find out gaps. We find out how to bridge those gaps by not doing what our competitors are doing, but creating the element of disruption and finding solutions which can be with the cutting edge technologies that are already there right now, and how we can minimize some of these problems like time, productivity, money, experiences, and all of these. Okay, so I'll share more as we go. Covered already. I'll leave this slide for you to quickly go through. 2014 is where we were born. So we have grown over the period of these years, organically and inorganically both. So what is organic growth? Anybody? Natural growth? Perfect, beautiful. Yes, organic growth is when you're naturally growing on your own with no acquisitions, no mergers, no acquisition, not acquiring any other company. So yeah, we've grown organically and inorganically as well, where we've done some bit of acquisitions as well. So the growth at Brilio is both organic and inorganic. 2019, Bain Capital as a majority stakeholder. Then we just had Cognitex, one of the acquisition. 2021, the Standard and Cadrex acquisition. Recently, we acquired one company. Anybody? If you followed Brilio or have checked, there was a recent acquisition that we did. No? Think? Anybody? No? So we recently acquired CloudStrex, which is in UK, one of the, to expand our base in the UK region. That is a recent acquisition. Again, a very, very good acquisition, because this acquisition will lead into catering into a lot of digital marketing work across the UK region. So that was a recent acquisition that we did. We are 6,000 plus across 14 delivery locations and 6 countries. What's the difference between being present and delivery locations? Any thought around that? So delivery locations, like, I can give a small example. In India, we have 2 offices, right? Bangalore and Pune. But we also say that Hyderabad and Chennai, that's our delivery location. We work out of client side. We don't have an office there. So that's the only difference. Okay. How do we help business? A little heavy on information, but I'll leave this for you to consume a little, read. But the only go-to market strategy that we have is we adapt, we compete, and we win. How we adapt is, so we call ourselves, we bucketize it in three buckets. One is your power of experience. I talked about experiences that we count on. Complete digitization, like automating processes. And the third is decisioning, is where money comes. So I said money, automation, and experiences, right? So these are the only 3 areas we focus on. While there could be more, but we bucket all our efforts in these 3 categories. One is your experience that count, which is your user experience. Anything, when you use a product or an application or a service, experience matters, right? Like, so that is what we focus on. That's where the whole conceptualization, personalization, customization, as per client needs come. So that's our area that we focus on. Digitization completely is your automation, working towards process re-engineering, providing solutions, and data-driven. That's where our analytics practice come, right? So we have a big analytics practice where we use a lot of data capturing, data interpretation, data categorization, analytics, and we have our own tools where we come up with predictive analysis and other solutions. We not only just predict the data and say, okay, here are the gaps, but we also provide solutions. We partner with other market players. We don't have our own product. We are not a product development firm. We don't make products, but we use existing products in the market. So we partner with some of the clients like AWS, Salesforce, Microsoft. So we have a lot of clients that we work. So we not only provide solutions to them, but we also partner with them if any other client needs some kind of solutions and it requires Microsoft intervention or Salesforce intervention, we go together to provide the solution. So we tap the market end to end. We don't say, okay, here's the solution, jao kisi aur se le lo kaam. Hindi is okay with everybody in between? Okay, great. So we don't do that. Because that's a business loss, right? So we then partner with our existing partners. We say, okay, here's the deal. Let's track it together. Okay, so that's our strategy. The rest is all, the kind of, we use Agile, we use a lot of consulting technologies or approaches. We have a high performance engineering team. We have a data analytics team. Now these are just words, but internally how we are structured. So we have data analytics, that's one practice. We have product and platform engineering. It was called that, but recently we changed the name to verticals. This is where your development work, this is pure engineering, where students from high, engineering backgrounds get into this kind of role. And then we have our cloud infra, cybersecurity, we have digital infrastructure, and other teams that we have. We have a corporate function, we call it as corporate function, where you have your sales, operations, HR, finance, legal, marketing, all the other teams come under this corporate function. So this is how we are structured, like any organization. These are the teams that we have. I just summarized the industries here. Focus on the four pillars that we talk about, which is around all the recent new technologies, cloud, AI, IoT, mobility, and many more. Then we have industry verticals. Our core values: believe in customer success, we care, entrepreneurship, and excellence. And then the engagements that we do. As I said, we collaborate in a lot of deals that we strike. So it's not only just solutioning, but also we do a lot of collaborative work. We believe in consultative approach. We believe in challenging the status quo and being competitive in the market. So this is the 4 ways of, you could say, focus or values or DNA of the organization, anything, you can name it as anything. Some bit that I touch, I'm sure you all must be a little concerned about what's happening in the industry. Is it so bad? I'm sure you keep hearing, right? Slowdowns. These are the words that disturb us, right? Slowdown, market situation, layoffs, recession, all this is happening, right? But that's natural. That's a cycle. That's like we have life cycle, that's a cycle of any business. They go through ups and downs. So yes, it is a situation we have to accept, but it is not that bad, okay? Companies, when we hear, oh, X company laid off X number, we get worried. क्या हो रहा है? Why so many layoffs? But we don't believe that, but you don't know the other side. Every company has a natural, natural exit process, right? Every company put their employees through a performance management cycle. And people who are not performing are asked to leave. That happens. But that doesn't get published in a normal situation. It only starts becoming a hype thanks to the media and the whole digital space that we, even before it has happened, we know the news. Isn't it too fast nowadays? And we don't know the reason of why it has happened. We only know it has happened. Nobody shares why it has happened. So it is not that bad. Attrition happen in organizations. You'll be surprised, it is sometimes 24%. And that's the same number that gets published when it is layoff, okay? Termed as layoff. Attrition happens, natural exit happen, but it doesn't happen that they say, kal mat aana office. ऐसा नहीं होता है. It doesn't happen that way. They give you chances, they give you opportunities, they help you cope with performance issues, they upskill you. If they say, okay, if you don't have projects in this skill, here's another project. Please upskill and take. If you choose not to take, then as an organization, I don't have any choices, right? Then I ask you, okay, let's exit, let's part ways. So these are some of the things which worry outside, but nothing to worry. It's not that concerning, okay? I'll leave this for you to read. Do we all agree? Yes? No? Even if the situation is bad, but the future is bright, is it? Do we agree? Yeah. And thanks to the entire new disruption in the technology, okay. Any of us have this doubt that what will happen to my job? I keep hearing this question a lot nowadays. When I go to colleges, students say, with this whole AI, ML coming into place, with chat GPT now, Bard is also coming. I mean, chat GPT took time, right? But Bard was like this. So there'll be more that will come. Any of you have this question, what will happen to my job? Or do I have a job or not? You have that question? Okay. Who else? How many of us are in the same boat? So I need to ask why. Why do you have that question? You had the same question कि मुझे seat मिलेगी कि नहीं? If you're from engineering background or if you have done commerce, BSc, any other graduation degree, you had the same doubt? Yes? But you made it, right? Did we all make it or no? Yes? A little motivational here. Okay? When you made it to school, when you made it to +2, when you made it to graduation, when you made it to your post-graduation, why do you think you won't make it to the job, to a company, any company? Do you still have a doubt you'll make it or no? No? Okay, what did you all do? I'm going to digress a little bit, okay, in between. What did you all do to make it to school, clear your boards? Hard work, studied, perfect. Stay with that thought only. What did you all do for +2, clearing +2? Same? Same. What did you do in graduation? Same, hard work and study. What will you do in post-graduation? Same? Yes. You just need to add a little more flavor to it because now from academics you're shifting to corporate. So you just need to do what I need to do to be there. That's all. But the same formula which you already have, you've cracked it as a child. You think you can't crack it as teens now? Some of you 20 plus, yeah, 20 plus. You won't be able to crack it? You won't? We will? We all agree we will? Then no, don't have this doubt I won't make it. Never, ever, okay? All right, so we'll move back to this. So it's not that bad, and you all will make it. Please have this trust in yourself. The formula which you have cracked will work for you. You don't need anybody else. You don't need industry experts to come and say, ki ye kar lo yaar. Okay? You have already cracked it long back. You just have to continue with that spirit, with that zeal, that trust in yourself, and do the right things. That's all. Okay? We'll give you the tips as well. Demand of customer increasing every day. Agree? We all agree? So this is also one of the big top business issue. Rapid advancement in technologies. iPhone, we all know, एक version use भी नहीं किया, experience नहीं किया, दूसरा आ गया. Not only in iPhone, any kind of phones, right? Android. I mean, now though if you need to go buy a phone, you're so confused, like what to buy. Like, so many features. You can't even compare sometimes. You need an app to compare and tell you that this is the best, right? So this is the advancement in technologies. Existing investments, how you can maximize your current investments, because it's not growing as you want it to grow, but whatever you have, how you can maximize. Uncertainty in demand situations. Today they say this will happen, but tomorrow they say, no, I need something with more or less, right? Anything else you feel is a top of the mind business issues? Anybody can add? Any examples you want to share, you can with this. Yes? Economical factors, very good. Economical, environmental, perfect, yes. Geographical factors, perfect, beautiful, nice. These are also some of the factors you have to consider, right, when you are in a business. Inevitable circumstances, yes, we just came out of one, but we all still evolve. So yes, very good. Nice, great. So these are some of the top of the mind challenges and how we can overcome. Sorry, I was like too fast. Just wanted to bring this, why I put this slide was that some of the factors you have to keep in mind. This does not only impact large organizations, but it also impacts small and us as well as individuals, right? Same factors holds good for us also. Not everything applicable, but in its own ways, shapes, and ways it also impacts us. But we all know how to evolve, right? That's why human species is different, is the superpower species, right? We all know how to evolve, adapt, change to some of these situations. Okay, this is a lot. And really also keeps some of these, while as you said, there were more to it, but prime some of these issues when they go to their clients with solutioning, when they are creating solutions, when they're providing services, they also consider some of these changes. What else we do? We just don't do digital work, but we also have a lot of fun. I just learned from your friends that you all are also busy preparing in the evening, for the event that is coming. Yeah, so something like that. We also keep doing a lot of this fun activities. Just thought we'll share. So corporate world is not all work, okay? It's the same. It's the same. We also have a lot of fun. We also do a lot of sports, entertainment. We have a Bringing Smile initiative where we give back in the education sector. Follow the page on, and you'll see a lot of good work happening there as well, where we partnered with a lot of schools, setting up labs, teaching, and things like that. Okay? You can connect with us with some of these things. Why miss the social media part? So this is some of the hashtags that you can connect with us. So at Brilio, we feel empowered in making a difference, and we empower our employees so that they can go make a difference. So we believe our tagline is accelerate you at Brilio. Okay. I'll take a pause here. Questions? Any questions so far? Anything? I have the question already on the slide, but do you have any questions for me?
Ma'am, I am thinking to take in finance, PGDM in finance. Apart from accounting, what are the different things there are jobs in Brilio for accounting, for finance guy, apart from accounting?
So apart from accounting, I'll keep Brilio aside right now. I'll give you an industry perspective. Yes, if you are from a finance background, and if you choose to take finance, continue to excel in finance, core accounting jobs, consulting where they look people from financial backgrounds, even within the, it's not only consulting orgs I'm talking, any organization which is has industry focus, where they work with financial clients in the BFSI domain, that's your target list. So one is your core job, which is accounting and finance, which is in the corporate function. Second is consulting. Third is organizations which have clients in the BFSI domain, in the finance domain. There they will look at individuals from finance expert, who are from finance background. There could be something else that you also need to prepare for those roles. So you'll have to actually, I'll come to it, what you need to do. But since you brought this topic, let me touch this point. You all are just entered college, different backgrounds. Some could be from engineering. Some of you must have done graduation, BSc, BCom, BBA, right? So it could be from different backgrounds and different skill sets. What you need to, now that you've come to MBA, a common platform, which is one platform which is common to all of you, and you still are yet to figure out whether you want to get into finance, operation, marketing, HR, analytics. There are many more streams now in B schools. Gone are those days that there were only 3. We only had finance, marketing, HR when I studied, long back. So, but now you have more options, right? One important tip for all of you, this is a myth again, HR में jobs होते हैं, marketing में jobs होते हैं, finance में jobs. That's a myth, okay? There are opportunities across. There are opportunities for you to diversify as well. A lot of colleges have this major minor as well. First year is a beautiful time for you to experience everything and then specialize in the second year. While yes, you choose to specialize, what you need to start doing is, and as I said, right, there are a few things you need to be doing to get it right. Take time. There's a lot of information on campus. You have your alums, you have your professors, you have placement team. Take time in understanding what are some of the opportunities and do a lot of research. I mean, now you guys are equipped with information. It was not like our days where we only depended on the next door neighbor or my parents' circle, friend circle who said, "Acha, ye kara lo, ho jayega." Right? That's not the era now. You have a lot of information. Use this information to benefit you. Start researching companies, roles, what they do, what kind of profiles they hire. Look at people profiles on LinkedIn. If they've joined X company, next role, what is their career path or their career journey, right? Like for example, I can share mine. MBA, HR, but I didn't get an HR job when I started. But I was very interested in joining Genpact. I was a big fan of Jack Welch. And I chose, kuch bhi ho jaye, mujhe isme hi join karna hai. And they were setting up their operations in Hyderabad at that time. Lucky me, I walked into it and I got a job. It was a walk-in interview. We didn't have campus placements. So at that time, in my college, walked in, got an interview. My first interview, I was very happy. Oh, I cracked the company which I wanted to. So this I do till date. I follow certain companies, I follow certain people, I read about it, and I see what work they do. And then I start doing my self-analysis, what I have already done and what I have not done. So interest is what I have not done to get an opportunity where I get the opportunity to take that. So that's how I change my jobs. or roles within the company where I keep doing a self-analysis कि क्या किया है, क्या नहीं किया है, क्या करना चाहते हैं in simple language. So yes, do that little bit of research. List down your target roles, profiles, companies, start following and reading about it. That's how you'll prepare. One is yes, पढ़ के exam clear कर लिया, वो तो करना ही है. But now you need to start making yourself industry ready. So you have these platforms, right, where companies are coming, industry experts are coming, your alums are coming, talk to them, network, read. It's just not कि LinkedIn request भेज दिया हो गया. You need to actually follow, see, read people's profile. कहाँ से start किया था, क्या background था, what role they got, what they did. People nowadays write also, right? You read what they write. JDs are different. When a company comes to campus, they share JD with you. JD has a lot of things, right? 80% of it is what you will do, 20 not, or maybe 60 what you'll do, 40 not. That's how JDs are written, that's separate. But start reading people profiles, you'll see people who are from finance domain for you, or industries that they have worked. So read a little bit, start preparing कि उन्होंने क्या किया है. No harm in sending a request and asking, I'm somebody, I'm X from this college, I'm interested to make my career. Can you guide me with some of the options that come up, like you just asked? So please start doing that, and that will help you, shortlisting companies or profiles or roles that you want to, and that will help you in taking a right specialization. All specializations have job opportunity. Nothing कि HR में नहीं मिलेगा, marketing में ही मिलेगा, या ops में मिलेगा, या analytics मिलेगा, right? If everybody does analytics, who will run the other wings of the organization, right? So everywhere there's an opportunity. It's about for you to start seeing what will work for you. And on top of all of this, what are your skill sets, right? There is an opportunity, but that may not be of interest to you, right? Like I wrote engineering, I said, my father, I can't do engineering. Mujhse nahi hogi. Chhod do mujhe. So there are sometimes you have to see what will work for you, what will not work for you. Being in HR, I never went into while I did everything, but comp and men was not of interest to me. Total rewards were not of interest to me. HR business partner role was interest if it's more consulting versus just doing employee management and exits. So what was interest to me is what I, started moving into that, and then decided after so many years of my career, not a right example. You can take 5 years to figure out what works for you. You can take 20 years to figure out. But whenever you do, or whenever you think is the right time, then you can decide to settle. So this is another second myth, that day one se mujhe strategy karni hai. No organization will give you opportunities to work in strategy from day one. Nobody does strategy from day one. I remember my days when I did everything. Initially, it was operations, customer support, a little bit of HR activities, recruitment. So 5 years in Jekis, beautiful place, because it was setting up operations, I got the opportunity to do everything, training and development. So then I figured out what helps for me. So these are some of the tips that start preparing yourself now. Okay, these are 2 beautiful years you have. Spend time in preparing. What are your target companies? In all categories, 1, 2, 3, list down the, what companies come on campus, and not necessarily on campus, you can go off campus also and see those companies, right? Why not? If that is of interest to you, please start following, reading. They post jobs, apply. There is some bit of self-work you need to do, right? We all did it. I mean, I always do that. I don't wait for a recruiter to call and tell me, here's an opening. Self. This is the next company, this is the work I like, this is the industry I've not worked. Let's follow, let's start tracking their job opportunities. Whenever a right opportunity comes, apply. See what is there and then move. Okay, so some of the tips for you for that. For everybody, please start researching a little bit. And help, ask help. Ask help. You have professors, you have alums, you have the placement team, they have a lot of information, past information. Take that and make informed decisions. You had a question.
Jain ma'am, myself Kushal from Nagpur. Many of the companies have shifted to remote work or hybrid mode. So, how has your company adapted to attract and retain top talents in today's work environment?
We are also doing the same thing. We have adapted to hybrid mode. Though yes, we've made it mandatory 2 days at work, but we still are giving people time to come move. Experiencing the same thing, not 100% workforce is ready to move to the base location. So we are also seeing how this whole thing is going to evolve. We've not, so we believe in people first organization. While we have policies and guidelines, but they are more people friendly. So to answer your question, same way, we have adapted to a hybrid model. We are encouraging people to come twice a day to work. They can choose any day. We're not saying, no, you have to be on this day only. So that's the flexibility we have given. While at the org level, we are tracking hybrid model with 2 days at work. But the flexibility is at the manager, at the team level, when you want them to come. We've not stopped people from coming. There are teams who come every day to work. So some of these things, plus the benefits that we have, the employee benefits, so we are seeing how we can make changes to that as well. We recently came up with adding parents and parent-in-laws as well in the insurance policy. So there are lots of work that is happening there as well. So similar thing, how do we retain top talent? By rotating, upskilling, moving them into aspirational roles. So we also had good 15% of our workforce who had promotions. We had good annual hikes. We do have attrition. We did have a few exits when we had bench, because we don't believe in having huge bench, because it's not about the revenue, the salary I'm paying employees in bench. It's about your experiences being in bench. You're not going to learn anything, right? We give them ample opportunities to move, to take roles. One example, I had it in my own team, within the talent acquisition team. We had some people moving into taking additional roles. That's all we do. If you say no, then yeah, I don't have anything, right? Sitting idle will make you, it's like getting rusted. So these are some of the ways that we are working on to adapt, to retain our top talent. Okay.
Jai Hind, ma'am. Saloni Yadav. Ma'am, I would like to know that what are the company's expectation from a PGDM graduate?
I'll come to that slide. Hold to that question.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, I have those slides. Very good. So that's one which will be covered. Company's expectation. Okay. In business analytics, okay, I'll come to that. Go ahead. AI affect the job roles of HR? I'll answer that question. Hold to that.
Ma'am, I want to ask the question that as we know that AI is increasing day by day, ma'am, I want to know that there are many companies there which has employees with a higher experience in all, but they are getting fired by this AI is coming around us. So what are the, ma'am, as you said that you have to do hard work for that, not getting affected by AI and all. Ma'am, apart from this hard work, what should we do for that not we get that affected by that AI?
So in short, your question is, will AI take my job if I get experience? Or
beyond this hard work, ma'am,
what else should I do?
Should I do?
I'll come to that.
Jai Hind, ma'am. Shubhangi Kumari. Ma'am, I really want to know which company we should target, fresh emerging companies or a big MNCs. As you have said in starting, you did every rules, you got So I just want to.
Okay, which company to target? Genuine question. Okay. What else? What are some of your... Park your questions. I have answers to all. I'm not directly answering right now. I'll categorize all the questions in the themes and then I'll answer. So first is about company, AI, okay? And what should I do to, apart from hard work, what should I do, okay?
Jain ma'am, I'm Sakshi Gille. Ma'am, in HR profession, HR is influenced by the various laws and regulations. So in your Brilio journey, what types of laws and regulations you deal or faced in recruiting someone in candidates?
Okay, I'll answer that question. Labor laws or employment laws, while there's a separate wing who takes care of all of these from employment terms, what are some of the labor laws that you should adhere to? As recruiters or HR professionals or being in learning and development or any other wing, we don't directly come across these situations, but we have policies and guidelines that we have to adhere to. So a little vast topic, I'll touch that in one-to-one. Okay. But you don't directly, like I don't need to know all the labor laws. I don't need to know all the employment clauses, or I don't need to know all the regulations, because that is taken care. If that is of interest to you, you should study that, and there are roles for it. But as a recruiter, I should be aware of some of these laws, because that will flow into other divisions of HR function as policies and guidelines. So I need to know what are some of my policies, like notice period, they have to complete that. I can't have dual employment, I can't hire with somebody which is of dual employment. I need to follow certain guidelines from a background check perspective. So some of these regulations, laws, policies flow into other divisions of HR as guidelines, and we need to just adhere to that. So to answer your question, even if I don't know it 100%, but like the detailed one, if I just know what is required for my role, we are good to go.
Jai Hind ma'am, Vishal Taylor from Gujarat. Ma'am, my question is, what are the opportunities regarding SAP in Brilio?
SAP in Brilio. We don't do too much of SAP work, but there could be some of our clients who we are focusing when it comes to SAP. Not too much work there. Go to the career website and see if there are opportunities.
Jai Hind ma'am, Nirupam Sharma this side. Ma'am, I want to know, like in Brilio as a recruiter, what quality you see as in a freshers in
I'll
Brilio?
come to that question. This slide, upcoming slides will cover what do the company look when they hire, basically. Good. Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, I have a personal question. Like, I have a family business of fertilizer and chemical pesticides, and one after a year, like on alternate year, we have faced a very big problem. Like, rainfall is not happened, so that farmers don't goes to the retailers, and we played in a wholesale market of chemical and fertilizer pesticides. So retailer don't comes to me, so that's all the fertilizers always kept in go downs, and they're not selling right now. So in recent days, all the wholesalers are goes to the strike. So what should we do to overcome this scenario? Because we face a lots of problem right now, ma'am.
Okay, what are some of your competitors doing? Have you done a little research of why they are not coming? What are some of the things you can overcome? I don't have a straight answer to this, but I can help you with how you could address some of these problems. You want to share?
So basically you have to do a research on the market scenario that is there, what your competitors are doing, as Ritu has mentioned, and you have to have a competitive edge for yourself, for your company, so that the retailers should come to you rather than going to the others.
Ma'am, it's a whole wholesaler problem, not only mine, because it depend on rainfall, and its rainfall not happened. not any retailers comes to any wholesalers.
Okay, then you should innovate your products. Innovation is one of the key words that I can come up with because I'm not really equipped to this solution. Okay, so I don't think I have a direct answer as Ritu has already mentioned.
Is this a recent problem or it occurred in past as well?
No, ma'am, it's
Because rain
happened.
has been always, and if you've been in this business line for quite some time, rain is not something new that has happened, right? Rain has always been there. So what have you done in past to overcome this?
We form a submersible pipes in all my lands, like or not on my lands, not all the farmers who actually connected with us. I think 15 to 20 submersible pipes are we distributed on them, so that all the farmers they getting submersible. We connect with them, but like submersible pipes have limits. They don't flow up water on all the farmers. And the second thing is like when rainfall is not happened, is totally a loss, I think, and that loss
So-
is crores and crores.
I understand, and it's a slightly bigger problem,
Yes, ma'am.
bigger business problem. It's a beautiful problem statement for you to actually start working and seeing how you could address this problem. So, one, understand the past trends.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand what has impacted now, how big is the impact, a little bit of research and analysis over there, speak to people, what were some of the techniques that helped, understand why the gap of they are not coming to you right now, what's the voice of your customer. If you get some bit of information around this, then do a bit of solutioning to see what you may not be able to attack it 100%, but at least some solutions which are workable. Try that and see if it is working or not, and then go and then keep. That's where your understanding the customer need, trying to come up with solutions, and even it's not that you should only come up with solution. You and I can't sit in this room and solve this unless you live experience and see.
Yes,
Even I don't know how big that problem is. I'm just hearing from you, right?
Yes,
You're experiencing it. So as you said, there were 14 people. They did something earlier. Whatever was the number, try to speak to them and see what else you can do. What is the voice of your customer? What is their need? How is it impacting and how you can bridge it? I think some of these questioning, talking, solutioning can come with some approach which may address at least 10, 20%, 30%, and then you keep innovating on that. That is what I can help you with right now. We can talk offline and see how big it is and if I can help you with some solutions there.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
I have a beautiful concept in the second half of the day or the rest of the day, which will help you with some of this hope. That activity will help you find some solution. Hold your thought till that. That's why I'm not giving you the complete solution.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
When we interview, what we look in freshers. Okay, beautiful question. Okay, hold, I'll come. Industry expectations. What does industry look in freshers? What should a fresher do to be successful after joining a job? What works for me, even if I'm experienced? Apart from hard work, what I should do? Okay, some of these questions will get addressed in the next slide. Any more? Then I'll get started. Challenges that we are facing. We showed what are some of our focus areas. The only challenge, I think, I wouldn't say challenge, it was just a slight slowdown. While we had a lot of projects in pipeline, when it's a situation of slowdown, it's like, nahi, abhi nahi karte hain. Even in our household, right? When we know this is my budget that I need to go with, and there are 10 things that you come up ki karna hai, then you start prioritizing, right? No, let's do this agle saal kar lenge, next month kar lenge. So some of that resulted in our business as well, where we had a slight slowdown, but we didn't give it up. We ventured into other areas that we could, and it started to pick up. I don't think there's any other challenge we face. Competitors are there, but as long as you can be innovative, you can be fast, you know your customers, you provide them experiences, I don't think there is any other challenge a business will face, certainly employees, which is the heart of the organization, as long as you can keep them well, I think then you're good. No other challenge I feel we have faced as of now. SAP for HR, now it is useful, I'm not saying no, but now there are other, there's an upgrade to that as well. People have moved from SAP to other platforms. So I wouldn't say it was a couple of years back, but there are more other faster ways of doing things with AI and other solutions that that has come up. So not the hottest skill in the market right now, but is helpful. Yeah, go ahead.
Gentlemen, my name is Harish. First of all, welcome to IIEBM. And ma'am, my question is related to when you talk about like maximizing investment. So few days back, we all BA student, not like me and him. We were sitting down, and he's working Data Fortune, and I'm currently doing my internship in Datos. So we found out one of the things with these bigger companies that when you implement any solution or a new thing comes up into the market, these companies have a certain standard and procedures, and they follow those standards. And because of these standard and procedures, things become very long to take place. And right now we are seeing so many startups are coming up who are very aggressive. They are using all the tools available in the market. So when you standing in certain environment or a competitive market, how do you think Berylio and these major company will sustain a larger amount of market share into the particular market area?
To break your question, basically you want to understand with so much of competition coming in, what is the sustainability factor, right? Sustainability only comes with, if you don't jump immediately into newer things, burn your hands and then figure out, oh, this doesn't work. Some bit of traditional approach, some bit of balance, some bit of what I need, what I don't need, and where I should put my bigger stakes with. I think that. So couple of tools or concepts that help you equip with all of this. Knowing your market well, knowing your customers well, knowing their needs well, and a bit of analytics. Now data helps. I think most of the companies have gone into reading data and seeing what kind of prediction data does, what kind of insights it has, and how it's working with my competitors. So some of these things will help you to make decisions where to move and how to grow. And all this doesn't happen like companies which go fast paced. If you have do a little bit of study and research, if you've seen these any kind of new innovation that has come up, or any kind of acquisitions that happen, they don't just happen like kal ho gaya, right? There's a lot of background research. Yes, so they do a lot of, it takes time, right? Some of it happens it just by fluke, what you're saying, but they don't sustain in the market. If you're talking about startups, so many startups, so many new things happen, but also read how many startups are still there, right?
Yes, ma'am, I'm talking about those one who are actually having an impact in the market. For example, I'm talking about there's a new startup coming up from France called Was. They're providing end-to-end customer service, and their system is really good because we heard it, like I read it about few backs in the LinkedIn newsletter. So, and there's a one more company in Pune as well. I don't remember the name properly. Maybe Data Cause or something like this. So these are the experienced people who are leaving their jobs and starting data-driven companies, and they have some experience in the market as well. So when such kind of experienced people start certain companies and they understand what is the lack and because they're coming from a major place like Barilo and maybe Data Fortune or other companies as well. So I'm talking about these people who have experience in the market and they understand what the client requirement. So in such an environment, ma'am, how we can make sure that we have to develop now faster? So how
So I
companies do
can
that?
give you a small example, and I hope you'll be able to relate to this. How larger companies work and how they tie up with small startups, and sometimes they don't. Okay. Um, as soon as I joined Brilio, I figured out that in the area that I work, which is recruitment, there's a lot of manual work we do. Okay. We said, okay, this is one of the gap. I have a lot of manual work which is taking my time, prone to errors. Human, we can make errors when you have a lot of data you deal with, right? How can I automate it? Automation results in solutioning or taking an application. We did a lot of research. Let's see who are the players in the market who are providing end-to-end campus hiring solution. Like you said, customer service solution. I spoke to more than 15 vendors. I understood their product. I understood what the gaps are. I also understood their compensation, the positioning, the strategy that they have. Two things came. One, in this, out of all of this, I would have gone ahead and partnered with some small player, and I could take the solution. Some of the companies do that. Okay, let me partner with this, have him on board. This is only taking solution, but some companies acquire than these companies. Okay, you're a small player, and I have more business for you. Can we join hands? Join hands as in a collaborative way. One, join hands, which is complete your acquisition. There's merger and acquisition also that happens, which is fully, forcefully acquired, done, right? Third is, can I do it in-house? Why do I need this small player? I take your idea, build something inside, and go to this market. So these are the ways that this is the way you will sustain in the market. One, you take that calls, right? What works for you and what not. And some of the companies then start, if you have expertise inside, I know the whole product, right? I know how it works. I just need 2 developers who can make a ATS tool for me inside. And we started talking on those lines. So we said, okay, we are not in a rush. I can still manage 1 year of manual effort. Let's build it in-house. So some of these ways companies work with their investments and how they want to be sustained in the market. I hope I was able to explain. Go ahead.
Jai Hind, ma'am. My name is Sailen Rajput. I just want to know how do you increase the customer engagement, sales and marketing performance?
How do we increase customer engagements? Yes. Beautiful example, which you're already experiencing on college. How do? You call industry experts, you meet them, yes. You create platforms, you give avenues. In a nutshell, isn't this like a sales pitch? You call it Brilio, I get exposure to the talent, I then start talking about it, and there are other. So, to answer your question, it's by keeping your eyes watchful in the market. Who can your potential customers be? What area what solutions you provide, and what their needs are, how you can identifying those gaps, right? So it's by network, it's by information. There's a team who does, like your placement team go hunts for companies, right? There's a team, specialized people who do that. They keep an eye on what could our potential customers be. Call them, start networking, connecting with them. So network, understanding, formal business meeting, giving solutions, discussions. A lot of it happens with the forums that get created, right? The CEOs, the CXOs, the marketing officers meet at a platform, they talk about things, then they say, okay, oh, so this is a lot about information gathering, understanding the gaps, start connecting with those people, and not all connections could result into sales as well. And that's all sales is all about. You have a list of clients. Your job is to connect with them. Some of those connections can be formal, some of them are personal, some of them are through network, through references, and then you crack the deals. That's all work, and that is continued to to be the success mantra for any sales org. You have to keep networking with people, and as long as you the many you can, and talk about your product, talk about your solutions, see how you can identify gap and provide. So I can share this again, one good example. While I was talking to one of the vendor for my solution, in course of conversations, they figured out there are some more things that I'm thinking on. Oh, I can do this for you. Oh, I'll come up with this solution. I can do. So that's how you should be watchful in capturing the opportunities, understand the pain of your customer, and say how you could. They didn't have that solution. In a week's time, they made their developers come up with a solution. And they say, here I am with this solution for you. Take my product. So those enhancements that you do in your services or product also sometimes help you get clients. In marketing, you learn.
Yeah, I would add sometimes on point what Ritu has said, but sometimes engagements and networks is not only mainly about your own expansion, right? Sometimes it's also about how you connect with your partners. I'll take one example from Brilio, very recent event that took place in 2023. I'm sure most of you or all of you must be aware about it, about the technology collapse in Silicon Valley Bank, right? Yeah, and they are one of our biggest investors. And over the weekend, everyone was in a chaos. What are we going to do? It's a huge investment. It's going to be a huge cost loss for the company. When all of other their customers were trying to part ways, what Brilio did, let's connect with them and try to find out how they are doing. We, instead of parting ways, we connected with them. We tried to understand what happened, and because it was related to technology, we offered a help that okay, we can work together on this issue and provide you a solution. So we not only retained one of our biggest investments, we also created an opportunity and came up with a new solution and a new project for ourselves. So that is also one way you can indulge into engagement and network with other organizations, with your partners.
Hold your questions. We'll come to them. We'll take a pause from the questions a little bit. I will address all the questions before I leave for the day. Don't worry. Let's get on to what's on your mind with some of the obvious questions, right? How? What? Right? How do I get a job? Whether I will get it or not? What my salary will be? What is a good salary to compromise on? What is a good role? What my designation will be, location could be one of the need, how do I learn, how do I fill the industry expectations, and what does industry expect? All of these questions, yes? Okay. Industry we already covered. I'm going to skip this slide, you already did it in the first. These are some of the industry and many more, I've just listed few. Some of the challenges that you all face. Okay. How do I enter the corporate world? It's just not entering. How do I retain it? How do I stick to that? How do I move further? And how do I show my talent? Okay. Ask these genuine questions. A lot of these questions, right? Okay. Just a few I've listed, but this is a slide where I will take a pause here. Some bit of it I already covered. How to prepare for the corporate world. Just bringing it in points again, preparation will not happen in your second year final sem, where you start then looking for company, jo bhi aaya baitha, there'll be n number of companies, lot of information. Preparation starts from today, from the day you enter the college, right? Many of you, the backgrounds that you are, some with choices, some with force, some with no information, but yeah, natural, ki plus 2 kar liya, graduation kar liya, post graduation karna hai ab. So different reasons, whatever reason was your past, this is your present that you've landed in a B school. And from here, how do you want to progress? Couple of things, start knowing a little more about industry, people in the industry, what companies hire B school grads for? What roles? What kind of profiles? If you're not able to talk to people, read their profiles, right? Networking on LinkedIn or other social media platform, connecting with your seniors, where they are, what kind of, or having such opportunities where industry experts are coming and understanding where they are hired B school grads, what are the roles, what some of the things that work. So this preparation is required apart from keeping your academics sound in place. And some bit of it is your interest as well. What is some of the thing, like HR, right? If you decide to take HR, there are a lot of things in HR. There is talent acquisition, talent management, HR, business partner roles, learning and development, rewards, which only talks about money, compensation, benefits, HR operations, HR analytics has also come right now. So a lot of roles or divisions we can talk about. You may not end up, I want to do HR analytics. You may not end up in HR analytics, but some bit HR analytics in this X company helps. What I'm just trying to say is that at least have your interest in place, understand the companies that you want to work for, the roles that they have offered, and some bit of it also may be in compromising a little. You won't get everything, right? If you have 10 in your wish list, not all 10 will be fulfilled. But some bit, which salary, location, designation, all of this, right? Some bit of it you need to compromise, and that's everywhere. And then it comes about getting into a corporate world and figuring out a lot of things. I can have Shambhavi and Shrestha share their experience. They are recent campus joiners. Their 1 year of experience, you can figure out that, why don't both of you share how the 1 year has been and what all you have done?
Thank you, Ritu. How do I start? This 1 year was a roller coaster ride. I initially got into corporate hiring program wherein I was supporting hiring basically for corporate only. And then there was a slowdown there, so I was moved to campus, and then I started working on end-to-end campus hiring, onboarding, candidate engagement programs. We also had some other Genesis programs. I supported organizing in that as well. And that was going well. But again, we had a little slowdown due to recession. So we found opportunity in lateral hiring for data analytics and data science programs. So we decided to support them. So I got into lateral hiring again, along with the campus. Now I'm supporting lateral hiring for data science and data analytics. And then I got a call that we need your support in lateral hiring for our LTR practices as well. So along with all of this, I decided, okay, let me not say no to a new opportunity at this stage, even though I don't have much experience in LTR. And even though it is not in complete alignment with what I like to do or what my preferences are, but why not? It's a new challenge, it's a new opportunity. So I will only end up learning something new and expanding my personal horizon, which is going to be beneficial for further years and further growth of my personal career. So why not take it? It was challenging at first. There were issues related to various different things. I had to learn about few new technologies that I was supposed to work, because it doesn't make sense if I'm hiring and I myself don't have much idea about it, right? So I had to sit, I had to learn more things, I had to unlearn and learn again. But I think that's how the cycle works. And now I'm proud to say that I'm a part of 3 different teams working simultaneously and working quite well. The performances are well. So yeah, it's a great challenge. You might not get everything, or every time you might not get what you want, but don't say no for a new opportunity. Even if you have to stretch a little, even if you have to be a little flexible, you might have to stretch your working hours, or you might have to learn more things. It's not like job mil gaya to theek hai, learning part is over. No, you have to learn every single day. Some things you might like, some things you might not like, but you never know when it might be beneficial for you in the future it might come back to you. So never say no for new opportunities.
Okay, so I am also a part of the campus team. So I have also joined from campus to campus team. So I understand what you are going through. I can totally relate to what you are thinking, like what I am going to do when I get a job and everything. It is very overwhelming. You will get to learn a lot of things. And I don't know if you know about the theory, the 70, 20, and 10, where 70% of the time you learn from the experiences that you gain, 20% from the person you know, and 10% from the classrooms. So this is the 10% of learning that you are doing, and this is the core. You know this thing and you are going to conquer the world. So it's nothing like that I'm going to get a job and I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because you learn something and then you go and experience and then you relearn again. So learning is all about learning, unlearning, and relearning. So always keep that in mind, that you are going to do something that is beneficial for your future self. So that you can look behind, like, okay, 10 years back, like 1 year back, I was not even thinking that I'll be coming to IIEBM and talking to you people. So this is what I have learned, this is what I have done in Brilio. So that's it.
Thanks, Shambhavi and Shrestha. So, in a nutshell, to all of you, when you land up in a job, you will have, okay, this job means I'll do these 10 things. May not result in doing 10 things, may result in doing 20 things or 5 things. Be open. You need to be like an open slate, because there's a lot of what you learn. I think what I learned in college, I never used that. Never ever used that in my actual corporate life. I had to learn new ways of doing things, and still I'm learning. This is a mantra which my guru, my father, gave this to me. I never stop learning. You know, I spend at least 30 minutes every day learning, seeing what are some of the new ways of doing things, how some other companies are doing within my workspace. So if you feel that after post-graduation, we close the learning journey and it's all fun and work, no, it doesn't happen that way. Initial first year, again in a corporate, is investment. So MBA is not 2 years, it's 3 years. Okay, one is in corporate. Even though you get exposure to doing internships, you only see a bit of it. You don't see the complete story of it. So first 1 year, be open to learn. Take all the assignments that are coming to you. Never say, I'm not going to do this. Never ever say that. Companies will not like people at your stage to say ki, I will not do this. I can't do this. This is out of my scope. It can be out of your scope, but how you can make it your scope, important, because that's an opportunity for you. So be open to learn, be open to taking any new task. A lot of learning and unlearning, they invest in you a lot, in the form of formal trainings, on the job training, giving you assignments which will again make you think. And sometimes a lot of, so initial 1 year is again investing in self, and then you will not start, the reality is you will not start being managers from day one, you will not start leading projects from day one, you will not strategize from day one, you will be part of those, right? But be open, you need to speak. If you see there are gaps, you need to raise those gaps in a right way. I see these are some of the gaps, I think these are some of the solutions, I think we can do this. Teamwork, collaboration, networking, speaking, make your point of view. If you just keep sitting quiet, then you will never grow in an organization. Speak at the right moment, speak the right words, and speak, right? It's important to present your point of view as well. So these are some of the things that they look at: teamwork, collaboration, open attitude. Are you somebody who would like to push yourself to take challenge? Are you somebody who likes to innovate? Are you somebody who will come up with solutions or always create problem? And they have the ways to assess we all know we have online assessments, we have psychometric assessments. There's a lot of probing that happened during interview. There's a lot of storytelling. They ask you what you did, what are some of the other things you did, how you dealt these situations. If I put you in this, how will you solve this problem? So these are some of the things, and they want you to do more. Industry expects more and more and more now, right? While they know freshers come with our open slate, there's a lot they need to invest, but they look at a lot of soft skills in you. How open are you to taking challenges? How open are you to, what are some of the other things you did? So this is the right time right now. Start looking at some cases, some life projects, some problems around your, within your own space, your network, your family, your society, your college. Some of the problems, how you can address them, how you can form a team and start addressing those problems. That will give you live experiences. They don't expect you to be a bookworm. They don't expect you to know the complete marketing theory. But yes, how are you using some of these learnings in the real life? So those are some of the expectations. While there are a lot, but I've just captured few. I'm going to talk about it during my during the day as well. Good communication skill doesn't mean I know good English. How many of us think communication skill is only knowing English? It's about, did you understand the person's question? Did you articulate it well? And are you able to express your thoughts, what you have? That is communication skill. It's not good English, right? It's just about how well you can express yourself, how well you can sell yourself. I remember my first appraisal. My manager taught me this, and this is a mantra again I have. You are a product, and you have to sell yourself. How well you can sell yourself is how you stand unique from the others. This is a beautiful question that all of you will face. Why should I hire you? What do you have? फिर हम लोग क्या बोलना शुरू कर देते हैं? I'm an MBA grad. I've scored 90% in my graduation. I'm from maths background. I am doing HR as my specialization or marketing as my specialization. We start selling ourselves, right? While all of this is there in their CV, in your CV, and they already know this. Like, क्या बता रहे हो? वही बता रहे जो है. Don't they ask you this question again? Tell me something which is not in your CV. This is a very tricky question. Every recruiter or at the final stage, they ask you, why should I hire you? Couple of things. Do not go to an interview without being prepared. Know the company. Know what the current affairs of that company are. Know some of the, I asked this question, no? Do you know what was the recent acquisition Brilio did? Research about the company. If you want to crack that interview, you cannot go blank. If you want that company, you said no, working hard, and what else I should do? Somebody had that question. What else I should do apart from working hard? You have to also work smart. Hard and smart both. Prepare yourself. What is the role I'm getting hired for? That role requires what kind of skill set? How do I acquire some of this? And you can't acquire all the 10 skill sets in being in college. That's another fact. Nobody can. I mean, even after 20 years, do I think I'm a proficient? No, I'm still an expert. I'm still learning. I'm not a genius. I'm not proficient, right? Nobody can. It doesn't come in 1 day, 2 years, or X years, right? You all learn and evolve. So, but see what it requires. How many of those skill sets you already have, and how you have demonstrated some of those. They don't want to know you're very good at this, but how are you good? What impact has it made? What differences it has made? How you will value add by joining as a fresher in that company. So this is about storytelling. When you give your first pitch, the first introduction question, tell me something about yourself. That's the only attention span a interviewer have. That makes it or breaks it. That's a fact. It is a fact. Why they give you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, but the first 10 minutes is important to make or break. And that's the 10 minutes you have to prepare. The rest is all you already know. So it's not 1 hour of interview that you have to prepare. You only have to prepare for the 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes comes with storytelling. Knowing the company, which is knowing your customer, stakeholder. In most of the business problems, you'll use this. It's not only about interview cracking. Knowing your customer, which is knowing your company, knowing what the strengths are, and how you marry. When we look for an alliance, we look for partners, right, in our life. कि हमें क्या-क्या चाहिए और क्या skills है. You will in future. Same is with the company also, right? The alliances that you make with companies, it's the same thing. What they have and what you have in common, and how you can value add, and how some of the things you don't have but you want to learn. Eagerness, curiosity to learn. I don't know this, but I want to, right? So, and these are some of the things that I have done in past to show that I can learn, I can adapt, I can upskill, I accept challenges, right? So when they do a company presentation, when they talk about their values, these are important points to note. Company कितनी बड़ी है, क्या पैसा दे रही है, कितने लोग, is not important. What value they have, how do they use these values, how do you resonate with those values? Because in every interview, they will only check your soft skills. Technical is thought. Technical skills are taught on in any organization. They don't expect you to be a good coder if they are hiring for technical roles, or be somebody who can strategize and come with solutions to crack a deal, because all of this they will make you learn. They only see what are some of the soft skills you bring, how adaptive you are, how eager you are, how do you accept challenges. So they'll put you in these kind of questions also only. So first bit, 10 minutes, a storytelling, how your journey has grown, a bit of your personal background, what are some of the things that you have done in life, which has resulted in differences that you've made, is important. So all of you need to prepare that first 10 minutes pitch, and that's all. The rest is taken care of. And some of these, no, I won't do this. No, I can't do this. So they ask this question, so tell me something what you know about Brilio. And you only read the new things, like it's headquartered in US, 6,000 employees, so many offices, this is a space you were, I already know this. So then you talk about the kind of work they are doing, how that work interests you, AI, ML, if you are from analytics background, read, research some of you see on the page they keep publishing a new book that they have published, the sectors that they have worked into, how that resonates. So it's all about selling and trying to find that match, that this is what you do and this is why it interests me and this is why I want to join. In every question, it's a sales pitch. How you can tie a match to it. Now, you don't have to sound it as like do or die situation, but yeah, how you resonate with some of these things. Good attitude. What attitude means? Positive attitude, those are type of attitudes, but what do you understand by attitude? Yeah, go ahead. The way we carry ourselves, okay. What else? Not necessary, but yeah, first impression is the last impression. Sometimes I have been into, I can't even give you the number of interviews I've taken. Sometimes, and we do this, we tell this to the interviews as well, कि यार 5 मिनट में interview नहीं रखना, अगर अच्छा भी नहीं लगे. Give that candidate a genuine chance. Probe further. So another flip to what I said just now, and I wanted to take an opportunity to tell, it's not always the first 10 minutes as well. Most of the interviewers are trained, told, groomed, prepared give the candidate the 30 minutes that you have promised to give. Sometimes, for different reasons, some of you may not be comfortable with the first 10 minutes. We all have that, right? Even when I was walking into this room from the stairs, from the sir's room till here, I was having goosebumps, preparing myself. Everybody goes through. Fresher, experience, everybody. Because we don't know our audience. We need to just get comfortable. So it's not about, I don't know how to speak. I don't know what to speak. I'm just not in the comfort zone where I can speak and be open, right? But once you get comfortable, you're yourself, right? So not that first 10 minutes is only important. The rest of the part of the interview is also important. And most of the times they were towards the end, okay, I need to hire this person. They decide. So it's not just giving it away in 10 minutes. It's also about addressing the other questions. And yes, people form perceptions with the first impression, but they are open. They're open to complete it with odds. Ki chance dete hain, ki chance dete hain, ki chance dete hain. So it's not always that if I did not do well in the first 5 minutes, I've lost the battle. No. You have those 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you take your time, you settle. And it's absolutely okay sometimes for some questions if you have to say, I just need to think, can I think and answer? Don't rush. Or it's absolutely okay to say sometimes, I'm a little uncomfortable right now, can I settle? And if you are in that kind of zone. But coming back to that, what is attitude? What does attitude means? Good attitude. Attitude is mindset, okay? Is the personality type, okay? Own strengths and weaknesses, or the perception that you carry, okay?
Attitude is something which we make others perceive us in a way others perceive.
Okay, the way we want others to perceive ourselves, okay? How to present yourself forms part of, okay? Behavior towards others or ourselves.
Our approach, outlook towards the people, a task or responsibility.
Our approach towards, okay? No answer is wrong here. I just wanted to see how do you perceive that word as?
Way of thinking and confidence.
Go ahead. Way of thinking and confidence. Okay, we'll park the answers. As I said, no answer is right or wrong. It's about I need a seat in MBA, and I get it. What is that called? Attitude, right? It's just about that. All the answers that you gave is right, but I can do it or I cannot do it, but I will do it. That's the attitude that they look at. So that's called the good attitude. Nothing is right or wrong here, but I don't know this, but I want to learn. Okay? I can do this, and I want to excel. I cannot do this for this reason, but I will try and do this. So these are some of the things that they look at. The good attitude, the positives that come up. Okay? Accepting what you are, and being open about it, and letting people perceive you the way you want them to perceive. That's the attitude. Should be active, dedicated, loyal. We all know that. Discipline. We all need to follow some discipline, right? So they also look at, should be able to travel. Don't say, no, I can't join this location. If that's a dream company, if that's a dream role, it is absolutely okay. I mean, nothing is going to happen if you shift your base. We are all mobile now, right? No, I want to be in my hometown. I want to be. It's good if that is your priority. If home is your priority, be there. Nobody stops. I'm not saying you all have to shift bases, but I'm saying some of the reasons why you may withdraw an opportunity for yourself. Be clear about your needs. Money, it's absolutely okay. Apply for those companies who pay that money. Home, only apply for companies which come in your hometown. Role, then yes, apply for those companies. So you need to come up with your wish list and be very clear where I can compromise, where I don't want to compromise. And don't sit for those companies. Everything over in the HR interview, no, I can't shift. You lost the opportunity, and that opportunity could have gone to somebody else as well, right? So don't play that game. Be very, very clear. Comp, role, designation, brand, other reasons, whether I'm okay to shift or not shift. Be clear about these and then apply. But don't towards the end stay. There could be a bit of negotiation that can happen, but don't be very upfront. Don't reject opportunities that come. They look at you being flexible. Because what will happen is, you may join a company which is in your hometown, but tomorrow they'll say, okay, here's a project. Can you go? I have had that many times in my career. Roles have shifted. I had to travel. I joined PwC for the South region. Day 2, my manager said, can you go join Gurgaon? Because we need you there. Okay, I didn't say no. I went there. 3 months worked there. The project got extended, another 3 months. And then they came me back. I worked, I understood how the whole thing works. See how sometimes opportunities change. After three months that I moved in Bangalore, my husband was relocating to Gurgaon for an opportunity, and I said, can I move back? They said, yeah, go, because you already work. So sometimes opportunities that the company give you can be in your favor in future as well, right? Just an example. But don't say no to opportunities that come your way. Should know your basics well. We all think, ho gaya. But some of you who will be using analytics, a lot of concepts, we all know maths have to be strong. Basics have to be strong. So be strong with your basics. Understand concepts that you're going to learn right now. While I know there are advanced versions of it, but they expect you to be strong with the basics and know the company well. Know what they do. And should be an industry person who can help to attain their goals. Interact with industry experts, right? You should know what industry, how it functions. The internship experience, again, very important. But if you have not got an industry exposure because of internships, not all companies have, not most of you will be able to, try to see if you can read about those companies, crack some kind of life projects and things like that. Okay? Some of it, this is the only expectation. As I said, any interview you go, they only look for some of these things. I know it's your break time, but I'll quickly, because most of it I have covered, I'll just quickly skip through my slides. Top 5 skills. I'll share this with the placement team. They can give you a version of it. If you want to make notes, you can, but we all know this. They look at leadership skill, technical, communication, interpersonal, and multitasking. Shambhavi just shared her experience. She was hired for a recruiter role, but she had done, I think, within that span, she did corporate, she did campus, and now being in campus, she's also doing 2 other projects. She's helping 2 other teams. They expect you to be multitasking. That's, you cannot not have that experiences. Some of the companies have that by design. They rotate you in different roles, right? So you need to be, you can't say ki haan mujhe yahi karna hai. Doesn't work, right? Multitasking, interpersonal skills, how well you are working with teams. It's not just me, it's the team. It's the larger company, it's the larger goal, right? Leadership skills, how well you are able to, it's not about leading teams, it's not about manager, it's about those skills that you have, from voicing your opinion, talking when you're asked to talk, how well you understand problems, how well you come up with solutions, how well you're able to help other teams members with it. So those are some of the skills. Any questions on the skills, or we all understand? Understand? Okay. Somebody had this question, hard work, but how can I progress? So how do you progress? Simple rules. Sit down, you can sit down, please. This rule is not only for getting an entry in the company, but also lifelong. Research, know about your company, know about other teams, what they're doing, how you can add more skills, how you can move, and how you can grow. If you tell, if I joined as a recruiter and I would continue being a recruiter in probably lateral hiring, I will only know that, right? I will not know anything else. So you should know about your companies not only when you for the job, but even after getting into the company. What HR does, what TA does, what operation does, what are some of the businesses, what work they do, what are some of the roles. If it's consulting, how do they consult? What are the clients? What are some of the tools they use and problems they work on? Network, even after you join. Your work, every time you need to sell, build your network and gain experience. That is what is going to help you to sustain as well. For you, some of you had this question, AI impact, right? And we all fear. I don't fear about it, because you cannot not adapt yourself to new technologies. We all know, right? We had phones which was keypad. Now we have smartphones. Did we say no, we won't buy smartphones, we only want to go to the old Nokia phone? Do we all remember? Some of our parents may still have it. But we did not, right? Even our parents adapted to smartphones. So when we all can adapt to new products, we adapt to new technologies, we adapt to new ways of working, and we all learn new ways. But that doesn't kill our jobs. New jobs open, right? There won't be people who will be making keypad phones, but they will need people who make smartphones. But they will still need people. Any opportunity, take anything. It does not kill job opportunities, it opens new avenue. You should be somebody who should upskill, learn, adapt, to answer your question. So it's not only hard work, it's also...
There are many employees who have greater experience than the freshers also.
Right.
But the AI has fired that all the employees of which are having the greater experience in the big companies.
I'll give you an example, okay? Recently, so a job of a recruiter, I'll be able to give a relevant example to what I have recently experienced, okay? That holds good in all industry. A job of a recruiter is, there's a job, I post the job, I look for candidates who match that job, I do a lot of screening, I shortlist resumes, I talk to them, give it to my client, get the interviews done, right? So we told, okay, here's an ATS tool which has AI enabled. It will help you with shortlisting resumes, the first step. There's a JD, the match that you do. If the recruiter starts fearing because of the AI implementation, oh, my job is at stake, that's false. Because when you have a job and you're finding candidates, to find 10 relevant candidates manually may take hours, right? Now I'm sitting and spending hours. My client wants the resume by evening. He says, मुझे 5 चाहिए आज. 5 interviews आज होने चाहिए. I need 5 people to interview. Now I'm sitting and spending time in just searching the candidate. Am I wasting my time in right things or wrong things? If AI can help me find the resume, and I've saved that 5 hours, what will I do? I'll sit and talk to these candidates. I'll do more productive work versus manual work, right? So AI will not take my job. AI will help me do my work efficiently, productively, and do the right things. I can now sit and talk to these candidates and give the client 5 resumes by evening. And I have a better client experience. Now, if I spend time in doing manual work, I will have an unhappy customer. He will just send an escalation. I didn't get resumes. What is your team doing? 5 resume manga tha, nahi mila. Understood what I'm just trying to say? Now, if as an experienced recruiter, I deny, no, I don't want to use AI. What will I sit and do? I'll keep doing manual work. I will never grow in the organization. I will not be in a position of doing the productive and strategy work that we all say. How will you do strategy if you're stuck in operations? If my 80% of bandwidth is going in operations, how will I do strategy? So AI is taking your operational work off and helping you do strategy, helping you do right work. And I, as an experienced person, if I deny to learn the new ways of working, then I will never grow. So it's not taking the job away. It is giving you new opportunities, and it is telling you adapt to those new opportunities. If you deny that, no, I will not learn, then you will never grow. You will deny the opportunities that will come for you to grow within an organization at any stage.
I can add on to your answer. You're saying that if there's a person, suppose, who has 20 years of experience in working with C or C++ language, right? But currently in the market, we have a demand for people who work with .NET or Python or advanced Java. So they are not going to hire him just because he has 20 years of experience, because this is a different technology, different language that is in requirement, right? So it's not about having the number of experience only. As she already said, you need to adapt, you need to skill yourself. You cannot be rigid saying that I have so much of experience in C and I'm going to work only in that and I need to keep getting work on that. So you need to adapt and learn and upskill yourself as well.
Experience doesn't mean you're skilled. Skilling is different. So you have to keep upskilling, and companies provide that opportunity, or you do self. Like, for example, when I started seeing analytics in HR, how do we use it? We did couple of courses on advanced Excel, dashboards, how analytics is used. And some bit of it I've just recently did. I did not have a tool, but I manually used Excel sheet to do a lot of analytics on and bring insights as to where you should hire from, where talent lies, what are some of the gaps that you have to bridge in the organization, and you need that. You can't, if I did not know, somebody else will know, and that person will grow. So you can't say, I will not learn. You need to, at every stage. How to reach my goal, find out what your goods are. I already covered some of this, I'm just rushing. Find out what you like doing, very, very important. Figure out your personality type, what your skill sets, what your strengths, areas of improvement, because that works. Choose a work environment that works for you. How posh do you want your life to be? This is all about money, what X salary that you want to figure, how you want to reach. It's absolutely okay to have those goals as well. In next 10 years, I want to double my income. And I work towards it, internally, externally. Anyway, I'll be very clear to and tell my manager, मुझे 2 साल में promotion चाहिए. Tell me what I need to do. Open conversations, and everybody appreciates that, oh, this person takes charge of his career. And he will help you shape your career in that way. मुझे 10% hike चाहिए, आप दे सकते हो कि नहीं? नहीं, I'll start looking outside. These are absolutely okay goals to have, but you need to have those goals. Only if you set a target, you will reach there, right? Plus and minus, but yeah, you will reach. How to create your own value and demand. Selling yourself. Important. Nobody is going to take onus of your career, your goals. You are the one, right? Research. A lot of it helps. Find someone who's already working in that space, speak to them, they will help you. Have coaches from the industry, mentors from your own academia. They are very experienced professors, teachers, they'll help you. Get cracking on your own job search, and then you're in. So this is the only mantra I have. I know I extended the time by 15 minutes for your break, but yeah, we will take a break right now, and we'll resume the session and we'll continue with the Q&A. Right? Okay.
Guys, one notice. After this break, there's going to be a lot of interaction and a lot of fun activities. We will not ask you to just sit and listen. So charge up and come back.
So we are all game? Great. Okay, let's go. Time ourselves, 12:15, 12:30. We are all in this room. Yeah, that's this actual settlement. Shh. Okay. So what time do you all want the lunch break? You want or you don't want? No? How many of you want lunch break? Everybody. अच्छा भूख के बिना फिर आगे कैसे चलेगा ना? Okay, what time do we break for lunch? This team says 1:30. 1:30. 1:30, 1:30. पहले 2 p.m. सुना था, किसी ने बोला था. I thought I'll have more people in my side. Okay, we'll break for lunch at 1:30. Can we all settle down now? Okay. Team 1. From the first half of the session, what did you learn? One key takeaway. मतलब अपने नोट्स खोलने लग गए. अभी तो करा था ये. Research about company, okay? One key takeaway from the first half of the session. What employers want. Do you know it all now? Are you confident? I said one key takeaway. Soft skills, okay? This team, one key takeaway.
To know the strengths of the company.
To know the strengths of the company and self. Know about you, then know about your company. पहले घर clean करो, फिर बाहर जाना. One key takeaway, I said. Know about the company. Only one answer, yaar. Be confident. Build networks. Upskilling.
Be a
Relationships
multitasker.
take. Yes, great. Research, upskill, build network, build relationships, innovate, be creative. Big jargons, right? Isn't it big jargons? Can we do all of this? Yes? Okay, let's play a game to see how we can apply some of these learnings. Okay? We will actually make you experience what you've learnt in the first half. With this game, I have Shrestha and Shambhavi. They're well prepared. They'll give you all the instructions on how to play. And how this will build into the next half of the session, which will help you with how I do some of the things with a beautiful concept and how I can apply that for everything I do, okay? Which will come in the next half of your session. Okay, so over to Shambhavi and Shrestha.
Hello everyone. Hi. So you know me, right? I'm Shrestha. Yes. So I'll be taking care of Q1 and Q2, and Shambhavi will be taking care of Q3 and Q4. So we'll be playing games that will help you understand the organization and how a team works. Okay? So Q1 being one team, Q2 the other team. I'll provide you logistics. You have to make a structure out of it. Okay? You will have to strategize. You know how a team works. I'm okay. Yeah. So, okay, I'll give you a project. You have to work in it. This is how a management firm works, right? So, I'll give you logistics. The logistics are very fun.
We'll give you resources. We'll give you instruction. And you have to build a prototype. Whatever you want to. But you have a timeline. Okay? Now, how you do, what you do, how well you do is left to you.
Okay. Coming to Q3 and Q4, the instruction goes same. I'm not going to tell you why we are doing this. I'll just give you instructions, and at the end, you have to tell me how you could relate it to the corporate. Okay? So the instruction goes simple. Here, this is one group, and that is another group. We'll give you some minimum supplies, and you have to make some sort of figure out of it, a meaningful figure, and you here also within the group you are going to be divided into two groups. So even though you're working together, you are competing with each other as well. But the supplies are same and very minimal, so you have to manage in between that, within that. Okay, I'll get the logistics for you guys.
Okay, so for Q1 and Q2, you have the supplies, right? What are they?
Balloons, tabs.
Okay, so here you have balloons. You are competing with them. Okay, so you have to make a structure that is higher in size than them, and vice versa. That's the competition. Okay. Okay, so you can, okay, anyways, you will strategize how to make it and how not to make it. So you can go ahead as a team. It's a vast team, and now comes the managerial role, how you manage it. Okay. Okay, now you can go ahead. We'll start from sharp 1. Okay.
Guys, I need a volunteer to help me. Can somebody?
Team 1 and 2,
Anyone
you
can
have 2
come
packets
here?
of balloon
Okay, somebody sit
and
on the circle.
sellotape. Can we all settle here now? Everybody, this is important, okay? We all need to listen and pay attention here. Okay? Q1, we want you to speak about, answer 3 questions, okay? Why did you play this game? What were the learnings? And what worked for you?
We actually did this to become limitless because we were not knowing what activity we are going to perform, and we were able to show our capabilities, that how a team can work and how they can coordinate with each other to come to a single solution. And what we learned is to set the goal always high and be consistent to remain there. And as our structure fell down and it just became a P shape, so I can say that it was our passion to do something.
So the answer of the first question, like we have a time limit to perform this task. So we firstly strategize the things because we have to perform in time. So firstly we learn this time management things. To perform in in time management, we have to perform a better task as compared to the other 3 teams. The second thing I learned from this thing is like team coordination. If the team coordination play a great role, we perform always well. And the thirdly, what's the question third, ma'am?
What did you learn?
And the learning is like always pick your things at the upward level, because I think like two of the teams copied our projects and they do the same. But what I did, we always strategize firstly and then we perform our task. This is the basic things that all my teammates always are doing coordination and doing a great work with a consolidated form. So that's why we won this thing.
Great, thank you for sharing your experience.
And ma'am, here one more thing we see that our competitor, what they were doing, they just on the fan. So our structure should revolve.
Great. So thank you for sharing your experiences. I'm coming to 2, 3 and 4. You'll have different set of questions. But to answer this question, why did you play this game? We all wanted you to stimulate with this game as to how corporate life is, right? There is a project, there's a task, you have resources, you need to, the client just said make a structure, right? And they left you to design, to think, to innovate, to collaborate, to come up with a structure. Some of you asked questions with the client, how big, how flat, how small. Beautiful concept. You just don't make something and the client says, "Mujhe ye nahi chahiye tha." Effort's gone, right? But you ask these questions. The structure needs to be high, or it needs to be flat, it needs to be strong, all of that, right? Learnings you already shared. Teamwork, coordination, collaboration, working towards one goal, passion, setting goals high, innovation, attitude, consistency, time management. You got all these management jargons in this game, experienced all of this. Yes. Division of work, beautiful concept. How? Staffing. Flexibility, strategy planning, staffing, resourcing. Some of the resources got wasted, but still we could manage. Okay, so these were some of the things that you learned. We'll see what other teams have to share. What do you think were some of the gaps for team 2? Okay, before I go to team 2, team 1 also shared, my competitors stole my design. Wait. Guys, there's no right or wrong here. These are just concepts. Please take it sportively. It happens. Your idea can be stolen by a competitor, right? The competitor tried to break my model. Can happen. Business world mein hota hi hai, right? That is unhealthy competition. Do we need to play with that? No, we don't need to, right? But even if the competitor stole your model, how is your model unique? You delivered it on time, yeah? The customer could have gone back. They stole the model. It's okay if the client, one of the competitors stole the model, and we all, if you go for any solution, there are competitors in the market, everybody is providing the solution. But how well you time it to the customer's need, how fast you delivered. Time management plays a key role, right? Great. So some of the, Shambhavi, Shrestha, you want to add something for the first few questions?
Yeah, so as, what's your name again? Gurpreet. As Gurpreet said, she has like identified a loophole, that is, it broke. But you have come up with a reason to give to the client that, okay, it happens, but this is something that is out of the box that has happened. It might lead to a good thing, right? Okay. And also I want to know, like, you have worked in a team. That goes for everyone. You have worked in a team and it's a vast team. Okay. So what do you think the loophole is in respect to the team management? Okay. You can go ahead.
Is, what do you think were the gaps? What didn't work well? Basically loopholes. So you can take that question up.
So we were planning to do something else, like we started with something else and we ended up something else. The reason behind that is we were trying to build a foundation. What we have planned is we were going to make this kind of structure, but what we observed is if we make this kind of structure with single balloon, we can't take it along. So that's why we made this structure. We didn't copy it initially. So the loopholes were, we were team, but there are some team members who are not being that much participated. Yeah, they haven't done, like, they did something in the activity, but they are participating in the activity, but they are like, okay, everyone is working, what's with us? Like that kind of loopholes we have faced.
Yes, so first loophole was everyone was not engaged for the activity. Everyone was not engaged in the activity. Few members are not active members. They were not curious to win. They were not supporting the team. They were just idly sitting. And the third loophole was that the team was big. When it would be headed by one leader, and it would be a small team, and where each and everyone's perspective should be supported and listened, then it could have been a great deal. And the next thing I would like to share is our teammates, some of the teammates were trying to make it big, and but the thing is that we were focusing on the foundation, so some were varying with their differences, means their perspective was different, that we can do this. So the common goal, attaining the common goal, was the main loophole. Yeah, thank you.
One question, beautiful points. Just one question. Why do you think the team was disengaged?
Ma'am, actually the number was large, and the thing is that some who are
So how can you engage a larger team? Beautiful points you brought, and thank you for bringing all of these gaps. But how do you think you can engage a larger team?
If we make all the members cooperative, if we bring them on one point, then we can go along with that.
So all of them have common goals. The goal was to build a structure.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
goal is common. But still there were some people who were disengaged. How do you think you could have engaged them?
We could have told them that what you like to do. You would like to go with blowing the balloons, or you would like to cut the tapes. So we could have asked them, and we did for two boys there that तुमको क्या पसंद है, तुम्हें ये करना है? Yes, do this, hold this scissor and help them to cut. Yes.
So in a nutshell, identifying what their interest is and giving that task. So everybody in a team, be it a smaller team or big team, need to have a task, right? Great. Sharma.
Again, great points put together. Good observation. There were, it always happens when there's a team and you have a task, there will be few people who will sit idle or who will take a shadow, think that, okay, other people are working anyways, it's happening, let me not do it. But it's, as a team member, you don't have to be a lead, you don't have to be a manager. As a team member, as a team player, it's your responsibility to check everyone has a task and everyone cannot be good at everything. So you have to check what are the strong points of which person and you can involve them simultaneously. But good observation.
And just adding to what you said initially, that when the assignment was given, you took time in coming up with the structure. So you came up with possibilities which can break or may not be successful. Like you actually spend time in designing process, right? Ideating and designing, where if I just do one single balloon, it may not be strong. Let me come up with quality with making it, strong. So that's a good phase. While you spend time in that, but you also need to ensure that when I'm spending that time, I'm not missing on the end product, right? It is absolutely if you look at your base, it's a strong base and beautifully come up. But because of you spend more time over there, so project management skills comes to play here. Divide your larger project into smaller goals, smaller tasks. Time your smaller task as well. Keep a check of time, how to, when it needs to finish, so that you don't miss out on the end product. Another thing you brought about team, smaller team, leaders. While some team members were sitting in across the teams, I saw there were few people sitting and having fun. That happens in an organization. 80% of people work and 20% have fun, right? So it's a team leaders or managers' responsibility to keep a check, who is working, who's occupied, who's not occupied. That's when the leadership skills come, how I can keep the other people engaged and things like that. So thanks for bringing this point across.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Great. Team 3. What do you think were some of the gaps in the initial stage? And what worked for you? What did not work?
So ma'am, some of the gaps were there. Like there were two ideas
and they were, as one team had two different segments. So one team started working, one sub team started working on one idea, whereas the other sub team started working on the other idea. So the initial stages had begun, and then we combined both of it, and thereafter we made the structure. At the end, what worked was everybody's cooperation. I don't think that has a negative point too. Like, our team was the most chaotic one right now, but everybody was there on. Everyone was there on the floor. Everyone was working. There was no person, I think, sitting idly. All of them were giving ideas, and all of them were crumbling newspaper or doing something or the other to make something out of it. And we have like 4 structures here, and that in itself represents teamwork. We might not have the longest or the most creative idea, but we have 4 different structures over there which our entire team has made. That's it, ma'am. You want to add anything? You want to add anything?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
were your observations?
As you have given the task, you said make it as something which is big, and we all just before the session we were there, and you are discussing about the networking and how we can reach ourselves in a corporation where we can make ourselves big in our career. So we all discuss and we come up with the idea how can we big. It's not about the representation of a diagram, it is big or not, but it is what make us big in a cooperative environment. So we make 2 structure which is on a soft skill, because we are come here for a PGDM, so we get hard skills. But what make it big and what make us out of the box, and what make us show how we can show ourselves in a corporate environment. So one thing is we make a soft skills diagram which show ki we can improve our soft skills and make it big in a corporate. And second is how we can make a network, like through LinkedIn, Google, Twitter, and we can approach a different people, and where we can meet new people, find ourselves a good role where we want to get in the job. So this is what we make 2 structure, where we make ourselves big. It's not about the structure, it's about how we can make big through like representation we have did.
Again, good observation, good points put together. As you rightly mentioned, you had 2 subgroups. That's why you had different goals. You did not have common goals, and it happens when a new project comes. You might have to work with a new different team. Even though you are different team members, even though you are competitors of each other, you might have to come together and work on a single project. So even though despite of having different goals, different ambitions, different team goals altogether, you can have a single goal, and how you take that as a priority and work on it. That's what we wanted to depict through this activity for you guys. And as you rightly mentioned, instead of having one single product which is larger in size or huge, you thought creatively and you said, why not make 2 products? Why not do something different than what others are doing, right? So that their creativity comes. And as you said, nobody was sitting idle. Everyone took an initiative to do some or the other thing, even if it is crumpling the newspaper. Why not? So that initiative, that self-motivation to do something for the team, that also counts.
Just one flaw to this is the client requirement was make 1 model, not 4. Haven't you wasted your efforts, resources, energy? Sometimes it can work negative as well. I didn't want it 4, I just want 1. What will I do with the other 3, right? So you can end up in that kind of situation. There are ways to handle that as well. Additional features you can take in the next session. Advancement, you can use it in other places. But what I'm just trying to say is that check with your client, right? We are coming up with 2 more, 3 more. Is that okay with you, right? If not, you'll waste resources, you'll waste effort. And if that doesn't get bought by the client, the team will feel demotivated. Model banaya, bika hi nahi, ya use nahi hua. Waste, right? Waste of effort. While it is good, in the same time you could make 4, but it may go negative. So check with your client. Check with your client. This is what I'm working on, and these are additional features, and show the ROI, return on investment, right? We all say, ki why
these other three can help you. Advanced features, right? So you can, and how it can help. And then in one go, you have given them the complete thing.
Ma'am, the ultimatum of having the 4 projects are this, 4 models are this, ki we learned something out of it. And the other 3 models are also representing corporate only. So somewhere or the other, we had an amalgamation of all the 4 representing networking, soft skills, and professionalism in the corporate world.
Great, great. I'm just giving the flip side of it. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
Team 4, what were your observations, learnings, and gaps?
Okay, Jain ma'am, first of all, thank you. I would like to thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity, because I think every one of us had many creativities. The first thing that the gap was that ki everybody was having different ideas, but that was not coming to one point. And but still, then we united, and we decided to make that model, and in which the model represents.
I just want you to tell, great point. Everybody had a different idea and they were not coming to one point. How did you work with that? How did you get them aligned to one?
When we discussed the entire point and the different ideas, and finally we decided that as we are management students, we will need to understand what are the various qualities we would need to take forward, and this would be a revision if we make this kind of a structure which will depict the various qualities or the skills we require employees require to hire us.
And ma'am, one thing I want to add, as few of them were sitting, including me, but that was a positive point. If all of us have been gone over there, so it might create a chaos over there. So it was our part of unity that we were sitting ideally and doing, giving the authority to them so that they can make a good model.
But could you have used the people who are sitting idly in an effective way?
Ma'am, I would like to add on it. The people who were sitting, it's not that they were sitting idle. They were supporting by cheering us, then giving ideas. Even the back support team matters a lot. It's not always who are working on the floor will always come forward and help. Sometimes support team is more important rather than people who are working on the floor.
Great point, Touch. And then here comes the HR, the support team who always motivates the team, right? So that some of you all played the role of an HR, supporting the team, sending morale, doing stuff, and cheering. So thanks for bringing that concept as well. That's true that sometimes in a bigger project, you may not need the entire resource. There could be few people with certain skill sets who have that capability. The rest of the team can contribute in the ideation stage, in enhancing, giving ideas, supporting, helping, and be as backups as well. So great point. Anything else you want to add?
Yes, ma'am. Lastly, the thing would be our team was the biggest team in the entire, among all the other 3 groups. And the best thing we could see was the teamwork. People were not thinking how to work. They did not came up with the negative points that please make it this way or that way. They were supporting of whatever people are deciding to do. And moreover, giving ideas, what to write, how to make it bold. And even if we did not have few resources which we could have, if we could have made a better prototype. Even they did not think we don't have scissors, we don't have staplers. It's okay. We'll use our pens, we'll use our pencils, we'll use anything, and we'll tear the tapes. And that way, that shows that even with the less resources, we can make the product which is required. And we would like to thank our entire team for giving us the opportunity to stand here and tell about the model and representing the group.
Great point you touched towards the end. Somebody had this question, how do I optimize my investments in the morning? You had that, right? So it's not always that if I don't have these things, let me go buy, right? Sometimes that's how you optimize your investments as well. A small concept where whatever resources you have, let's start with it and build the model. And if I really can't do with it, can I invest? To answer your question. So thank you all for playing this with us. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, On behalf of my team, I would like to am I audible? On behalf of my team, I would like to mention that with due respect, we didn't copy first team. I accept our team was late. I accept our team was late and we were focusing on the foundation. Then we did that thing, but it was on our mind. So thank you so much.
It's okay, be a sport. It's a game. Even if you copy, it doesn't matter. Okay? Even if you copy, it doesn't matter. Calm down, guys. It's a sport, it's a game. And you know what? To your point, I know you took it little personally here. This was the first thing I learned in this book, Winning by Gut, Jack Welch, if you have read. G believes in this, and I shamelessly do that. Cut, copy, paste. It's absolutely okay to cut, copy, and paste. But then build over it. Some of the slides that I presented in the morning, if you Google, you'll find these slides and content. It's absolutely okay to copy, guys, but build over it. There's no harm in copying ideas, but how you can then start using some base you need, right? You can't just start off. So we'll try to wrap it up by 4:30. We'll see how we can, now we'll go in a fast pace, okay? But before we get started, couple of observations from the game. We asked this question, why did you play this game? What are some of the learnings and things like that? The reason we wanted you to experience some of these in a form of a game, if I would show you slides, it would just go like this, or it would observe, or it would be again slides, right? So we thought we'll make it a little fun, bring in some fun element with learning. That's experiential learning. That's a different way of doing. A couple of things we wanted to stimulate here in simulation was, one, how corporate life is, how some of the things you should do or you should not do, and what are some of the challenges you will come across in your day-to-day life, and how you can use some of the principles that you've learned through this game. And same jargons again that you're told: teamwork, collaboration, how to be engaged, how to pay attention to customer needs, how to come up with ideas. Couple of observations. One, as soon as the client gives you a project, don't jump to solution. Ask questions. Very, very important. You can ask 10,000 questions to come up to the right solution. Important, okay? Some of you will get into consulting roles. Some of you will get into advisory roles. So it is very important to know your customer. Ask questions. Why you want us to build this? What you want us to build? How is this going to be impacted? Do you have some ideas and things in your mind? What are some of the things I should avoid? Ask questions. Asking questions is important before you start jumping immediately. Listening to instructions. We didn't even complete and you were like, chalo jaldi se shuru karte hain. No, follow complete instruction, because the instructions may have the minute details that you need to pay attention to. Okay? So instructions, don't jump immediately. Putting your workforce project आया 15 लोग चलो काम करने शुरू करो, नहीं होगा ऐसे, ठीक है? आया है, समझो, get the complete information, come up with the project plan, get it signed off by your customer, and then action. क्योंकि एक बार effort डाल दिया, and then the client says, no, this is not what I want you to do, is very difficult. So important, project planning, approval, and then execution. Execution is the last stage, right? So that was one. Another thing, resources, optimal utilization of resources. Resources doesn't mean material only or objects only. Human resources. How do we utilize human resources as well? During these large projects, how we keep them motivated that karna hi hai wo goal reach. You have to reach that goal, right? So how you can motivate, how you can be team players, leaders, some of you. One important thing before you jump, design. Where was your design? You just started, right? Here comes your pen, paper, sketch, design. Is this what you want? This is the model I'm building. These are some of the things I'll be using, and get it signed off, right? And this is the impact it's going to be made. And then it becomes easy, not by team 2 figuring out. See, I'll bring out people here. I'll give examples, but not finding faults with any of you. The reason why we make you play this game, so these things can come out and you can experience this in the real life, right? So design phase is the most important phase, where you come up with, this is my model and this is what I'm working on, and then put your resources. So these are some of the reasons why we wanted you to experience. With that, setting context, moving you to the important topic that you all will learn. It is in the first year or second year it comes? Usually second year, right? So you do you all understand what is design thinking? Has anybody learned or understands the concept, read about it? Yes? Okay, so we will bring out, we'll be doing the next session on design thinking, and that was a game you will be able to relate by seeing the principles here, concepts, and just sharing. This is a very beautiful concept, helps in building products, coming up with innovation, services, also experiences, plus even in personal life. For a lot of things you will be using some of these principles as well, right? How you ideate, how you think, how you empathize, how you come up with what the solution is, and try and test. And hamesha jo socha hai wo solution will not necessarily it works. Come with a plan B, come with plan C, come with plan D till you actually succeed. So handing over to Shambhavi and Shrestha to take you through the next session.
Hello everyone. Jai Hind. Like the spirit. Okay, so we'll be starting with design thinking now. Okay, so I won't bore you and we'll like to cut it short. Okay, we'll like to cut it short a little because of the time constraint that we have. So I'll play a video and after that we'll have a session. Okay, a little session of 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and have this video on.
Design thinking is a 5-step process to come up with meaningful ideas that solve real problems for a particular group of people. The process is taught in top design and business schools around the world. It has brought many businesses lots of happy customers and helped entrepreneurs from all around the world to solve problems with innovative new solutions. Step 1. Empathize. The purpose of Step 1 is to conduct interviews that give you an idea about what people really care about. We need to empathize with their situation. For example, if you want to help old people, you might find that they want to keep the ability to walk around. In your conversations, they might share with you different ways they can do that. Later into the interview, you'll want to dig a little deeper, look for personal stories or situations where things became difficult. Ideally, you redo the process with many people with the same problem. Step 2. Define the problem. Looking at the interviews, you can now understand the actual needs that people are trying to fulfill with certain activities. One way to do that is to underline the verbs or activities that the people mentioned when talking about their problems, like going for a walk, meeting old friends for tea, or simply going grocery shopping around the corner store. You might realize it's not so much about going out, but more about staying in touch. After your analysis, formulate a problem statement. Some elderly are afraid to be lonely. They want to stay connected. Step 3. Ideate. Now focus only on the problem statement and come up with ideas that solve the problem. The point is not to get a perfect idea, but rather to come up with many ideas, like unique virtual reality experiences, senior-friendly hoverboards, or a modified pushcart. Whatever it is, sketch up your best ideas and show them to the people you are trying to help. so you can get their feedback. Step 4. Prototype. Now take a moment to reflect on what you have learned from your conversations about the different ideas. Ask yourself, how does your idea fit in the context of people's actual lives? Your solution could be a combination of a new idea and what is already being used. Then connect the dots, sketch up your final solution, and go build a real prototype that's just good enough to be tested. Step 5. Test. Now test your prototype with actual users. Don't defend your idea in case people don't like it. The point is to learn what works and what didn't, so any feedback is great. Then go back to ideation or prototyping and apply your learning. Repeat the process until you have a prototype that works and solves the real problem. Now you are ready to change the world or open shop.
Okay. So we had a session earlier, an activity session. So you all have performed there. Could you please let me know like what all things you can relate with that? There were 5 steps: empathize, design, ideate, prototype, and test. Okay, I'll go ahead.
Jain ma'am, the prototype model, first we have to make the prototype of the plan to how to execute the structure for team work and divide the work among 5 or 3 people to do the work faster and with a good efficiency.
Do you think that is prototyping? That is not prototyping, that is defining the problem statement. Okay.
Ideate, prototype, empathize, and test. Yes, ma'am. Because in ideate, we first of all think what type of idea do we need to put it on, and after that we prototype how will it go, what will be the process, and then empathize that if someone is not getting like against that thing, and after that test that finally what comes out of it.
So the question, I'll rephrase the question. I think you all didn't get it. The question is, can you relate to some of these design thinking steps and reflect back to the activity and tell me if you used all of this, some of this, or none of this? Okay? Anybody, some examples can help. Do you relate to, have you used these 5 stages of design thinking in your activity? Anybody else wants to add?
Jain ma'am. Jain ma'am. I think in our group we did ideate and prototype. First we discussed the idea, like how to make the structure, and second thing we made the product.
Okay, so you did not test it. Basically, all of you that you have done is the middle part of it. Everyone have defined the problem. You got the statement from me that you need to build a structure. You all did have an idea that we need to make a structure. That was the problem statement. It should be the highest one. Second, it was to ideate. You all have ideated about it, what you want to do. They have made prototypes. The Q3, they made 4 projects, right? 4 products were made by you. So, but it was not a part of the client discussion that was given, but it is a part of prototyping, wherein you get different designs, different ideas, and what best fits after the test. So basically you did 3 steps out of the 5 steps. Empathizing is basically when you do for a social cause, or sometime you understand the need of the person or the need of the organization, be it anything. It should be it can be a personal thing, it can be social issue, it can be a product, or it can be a service. You empathize to the person or the organization you will be working with, then you ideate around it, define the problem. Okay, that person or that company or that institute is facing this problem. I need to ideate, I need to innovate. You come up with a solution wherein you you define the problem and then you ideate the solution. After that, you make a prototype, be it anything. You make a prototype, you try to reiterate, you try to make it in a way, you don't finalize it by then. You try to reiterate, you try on, you make a prototype, you test it. After that, if that does not happen, you again go to the empathize phase. Okay, I might have lacked this. Okay, so this steps actually shows that, wherein clarify shows you clarify the problem statement. You narrow down to a product or a statement wherein you understand that, okay, this is the problem statement that I have. For example, for this group, they had the problem statement that it is a very vast group and now we have to divide it. I have seen some of them have not worked, some of them are sitting idly, but most of them were working. Okay, so you have divided works in a way, someone or the other has done anything. Okay, so after that we come to ideate, wherein you ideated the product. You have made a structure that went to the ceiling, and yeah, it was a great structure though. And in ideate situation wherein you saw that the structure was not stable, still you made certain ways to keep it still there, yeah, stable. Then you develop, wherein the developing stage comes, you develop a certain figure, that's the prototype stage basically, wherein you understand that, yeah, that product might help or might not help. We can't just go ahead and say that this is the final product and now you work with it. The client might not be happy with it, or the end consumer might not be happy with it. You ideate, you develop the product not once but twice, thrice, whatever the n number of times it takes to develop. And then implementation. Implementation is basically the product that you have developed. You go back, you reiterate, you test things that were not working properly, and then you implement it. After implementation also, it is not necessarily that this is the final product that is going to be happening, because after implementing only you come up with the problem statements. Then you can again go back to the clarify stage, then ideate, and then develop. So it is a circle that keeps on repeating, and until and unless it reaches to the perfect product, it keeps on repeating. Okay, again we'll go ahead and have a small video regarding
Design
this.
thinking is a 5-step process to come up with meaningful ideas that solve. Design thinking is a 5-step process.
Design strategy is about thinking differently, putting yourself in your customer's shoes, to design solutions that not only fit their needs but delight them, by empathizing through observing people in real-life scenarios like shopping, or through open-ended interviews to uncover what people do rather than what they want. Because if you ask people what they want, they don't necessarily know. By immersing yourself in your customer's world, you can understand their needs, gains and pains. How? 1. Empathize. Immerse yourself in your customer's world. 2. Define the non-obvious insights. 3. Ideate. Brainstorm solutions. 4. Prototype. Build an MVP, minimum viable product, of ideas in the shortest possible time. Then take those prototypes back to your customers and ask what they think. Design strategy starts with the customer, then offers the solution, not the other way around. For example, an Australian supermarket chain wanted to design a unique, engaging in-store experience to further set them apart from competitors. So we followed their customers around, interviewed them, and watched what was happening in store over a considerable period. Customers wanted to feel more connected with the suppliers of their produce, an in-store experience they couldn't find elsewhere. One of the winning ideas was an in-store milk dispenser with old-style glass milk bottles. Customers fill the bottles with single origin high-quality milk. They can see details of the cows and farms that produced it with assurance the suppliers receive a better price. This experience delights customers and is very successful across stores. If we had asked what customers wanted, they probably have said cheaper produce. But by empathizing, living and observing, we developed an idea that not only excites customers, but gives the store a unique edge by connecting with customers' hearts and minds.
Okay, now you can go ahead and read this. Let me know when you are done with it. Okay?
Basically, from the second video, the first one was about the stages of design thinking. The second video talks about how do you use some of these, like ideate. How do you ideate? If you recollect, what are some of the ways to ideate? Ask, reviews, surveys, feedback, data which is already there, talk to people, in-store experience. Sometimes you have to sit in the store and observe patterns. So this is a phase where you capture and ideate, right? Empathize or ideate. And then what's the next stage? You make a prototype. What was the important thing in the prototype? What is MVP? What is a minimum viable product? Which is exactly. So in when you're solutioning, it can be product, solution, experience, whatever is this end outcome of the empathy and ideate phase. Come up with the minimum viable product, which was for you, like 4, you could pick one. Beautiful example we can take from Q3. You had 4 products, right? But which is the best that can suit? So come up with your minimum viable product. And who has the say? Who is important? Customer, exactly. So it doesn't start with, it always starts with customer first, right? Keep checking with your customers, then go test, implement, and then take beta version, feedbacks, exactly. Solution दे दिया, हो गया, मेरा काम नहीं है अब आगे, देख लेंगे. No, it doesn't work. Feedback, how, and that's where you create opportunities for future work, for future ideas, for future. You can't come up with 100% solution in the first go. ठीक है, these are your areas. I'll address the biggest pain point. The rest, phase 2. With feedback, let me implement this for you, and then come up with seeing feedbacks, and here's your version 2, enhanced version, and things like that. Great. So you've been able to relate that with your game. Now, couple of slides, next few slides will talk about how some of these big companies used it in different ways, and you'll be able, these are some case that we picked, recent ones. So you'll be able to relate how design thinking helps you with solutioning and coming up with ideas. So one big company, GE Healthcare, just quickly scan through, and then we'll let Shrestha ask her questions. We all know GE Healthcare? Yes? No? Okay, one homework for you all. They are in the healthcare industry. GE is General Electrics. What did they start with? They're into everything now. What did they first start with? General Electrics. Yes, they started with that and they ventured into everything else. Okay, so this is the healthcare sector of GE.
Okay, so everyone has gone through this case? Okay, so can any one of you tell me the 5 steps here about the design thinking? After reading this, can you please come up with the 5 steps?
What was the problem? The case is in front of you. What is the problem? Problem stage or empathize stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody, please stand and.
One has already
Ma'am, the problem was that children were not feeling comfortable in a hospital room while the room was dark. Okay, a hospital room for children, MRI room. Yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Next, what they did was they introduced adventure series in terms of overall redesigning of that room so that the children may feel comfortable, in dark room to pirate ships and the scenery to beaches, sand castles, and the ocean. So what they did was to reinitiate the whole room.
So did they empathize?
Yes, they did.
To whom?
To children.
Okay. Okay, you go ahead.
After defining the problem, they empathized, and after that, I think so it will go with prototype, because they were thinking that if there is a problem and if there is no, it will be ideate actually, because the idea which came up that how to improve that, after with the launching of adventure series, and after that we'll go with prototype, because how will that idea actually fit into that.
So see, what we're trying to say is that it's not always product that you have to change or remove the basics. It's just how you can catch the pain point, right? And address that with a lot of questions, surveys, interrogation, observing and things like that. Let's move to the next case.
Yes. Now Sharma will take over from here.
Thank you, Shrestha. So, I would like to stand in the center so that I can talk to all of you. Yeah, I know you can read on the screen, but I would want you to tell me how many of you are aware about this Oral B case, design thinking. Okay, we got a hand raise at the back. Sure. Yeah. Without reading, guys, no cheating.
Yes, ma'am. Oral-B had designed an electric brush, and there are other companies also who have reinvented this. I mean, they also went on to design electric brushes. The main motive was that there are people who cannot articulate hands the way we need a clean our teeth properly. So Oral-B initiated this idea so that the movement can be done artificially.
Great. On point. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you,
Also,
ma'am.
not only that, when Oral-B was in the process of designing the electric brush and they were planning, they actually talked to their customers and tried to find out what are the customers' requirements. And customers came up with, we want LED lights in our toothbrushes and we want some music while we're brushing the teeth. But now you can see on the screen, we have two people from Oral-B's team who actually sat and thought about it, that it is important to sometimes understand and prioritize the needs over the wants. Music and lights are not the needs of an electric toothbrush. The important things are battery. How long the battery is going to last of an electric brush. Otherwise, it is going to go a waste. The entire product will be a waste. And along with that, it has to be portable, it has to be mobile, because people are traveling. They need it available throughout the day, every single day, all the week, right? So these two were the most important things that they had to focus. And that's why they came up with the better battery performance along with the more durability. So here we're just trying to show you that it's not always thinking about what the customers wants, because sometimes customers don't know what they want. They did not think about, I want long lasting battery. or I want something that I can take away. It should not be like a hairdryer wherein I'm plugging it to a plug, right? So they were thinking about the music and lights, but these are more important aspects that need to be concentrated. So that's also one of the things in design thinking that you need to understand. When you're empathizing, you have to empathize from all the aspects. Next, next I want to know, can anyone else give me an example of design thinking in the industry? When I get an answer, only then I'm going to move to the next slide.
Recently, I have read this on a Instagram post where live for a building 50-story building, so they don't have to increase the speed of the lift because it's harmful for the people. So they invented to implement that they can put the mirrors in the lift so that people don't realize that the lift is slow. That's where they use design thinking.
Good example. Interesting. That's a recent intervention that took place. Anyone else? Yeah.
Ma'am, it's not recent, but Tata Nano cars were also one of the product we could put in the category of design thinking, because they emphasized with the people who are going on two-wheelers, and then they made the product of nano car, which is budget friendly as well as feasible for the people around.
Great example there with the nano. I have one more example for you. How many of you watch Netflix? Everyone, right? Netflix is also a great example for design thinking. Why? What did they start with? On point. So here is another video that talks about Netflix journey in design thinking. You guys can watch and then we can talk about it.
Don't get too excited, we haven't collaborated with Netflix yet. This is just to give you a hint about our fourth case study. Design thinking in Netflix. Design thinking, as you've noticed over the last few case studies, has applications not only in the field of UI, UX design, but in all aspects of making a service, product, or an experience. While previously we looked at design thinking in finance and other sectors, today we turn our focus to something we all are familiar with, Netflix. Netflix, as we know it today, is an online streaming service with a market capitalization at around $74 billion, but it didn't start the same.
You still don't have Netflix?
Netflix is the best because it shows up in my mail and then there's no late fees.
Go online and make a list of the movies you want from over 70,000 titles and get your first DVDs in the mail in about one business day from over 40 shipping centers all around the country.
First thing we say when we walk in the door is, did you check the mail? Is there a movie in there?
Keep them as long as you want. No late fees. Return one in a prepaid envelope and Netflix automatically sends you another from your list. Netflix, the DVDs you want, now from only $4.99 a month. Go online to netflix.com to start your free trial.
It began in 1997 as a DVD rental service that delivered the rented DVDs to your doorstep. In 2007, they began online streaming and changed their business altogether. So, how did Netflix implement design thinking? Understanding. If anyone wanted to watch a movie during the 1990s, they had to either go to the theater or rent DVDs for movies that were out of the theater. Reed Hastings, CEO of Netflix, and Mark Randolph empathized with people who rented DVDs and were charged enormous fees when late and generally a non-customer friendly market. He recognized the need for a more customer-friendly and convenient alternative and set up Netflix. Ideation. They began by having an online directory for DVDs which, when rented online, would be delivered to their doorstep. Later they started a monthly subscription model which cut the cost of having to pay for every single DVD and late fees. As the internet started to grow, Netflix tuned itself into online video streaming, providing comfort and convenience at low prices. They started building an online directory for media and began with a subscription model where many movies and shows were available. This eliminated the hassle of renting single physical DVDs, having it delivered, and the magnitude of time it took to watch a single movie. With online streaming, you could watch the movie instantly and on any device. If we look at the current UX, UI design, we see that Netflix has many features that aim at helping you pick a show to watch. The landing page of the website showcases many shows in a card format. Each show has a rectangle, and when hovered over opens a wider rectangle which gives you more information about the show and begins to play a clip from the show, instantly revealing what the show is about, after which, you decide whether to watch it or not. Netflix also has a liking system which shows recommendations to you based on the shows you've watched and liked, instantly recommending you shows you might enjoy. These features efficiently cut down the time you take to decide on the show you want to watch. Prototyping. Netflix tested its features on beta users. Beta users are people who receive new features on their accounts first, and their usage gives data to the company. This data helps the company in understanding if a new feature is helpful to the users or not. Netflix and design thinking. From renting out DVDs to now streaming the latest of movies and web series, Netflix has got it all. The sheer idea of using internet to the fullest and keeping the end user in mind has made Netflix what it is today. Having such a diverse, easy to use and personalized interface translates into users staying loyal to your service. Like, share and subscribe.
Okay. We saw the video about design thinking used in Netflix and how it has updated over the years. The most interesting thing is it is still updating. Every now and then we keep getting a new update in Netflix. Why? We might think it is already working fine, so good, people are loving, they're getting what they want. Why do you want to update now? Because the demand is changing on a daily basis. And the machine learning in Netflix tells that there are changes in the patterns of the demands by the customers. That's why we need to update again. Having said that, can any of you stand or sit and summarize the video and talk about the stages of design thinking in the Netflix? Can I have anyone? A very brief, crisp summary of what we just watched. Great, we got one person there.
Are the videos putting you to sleep or you're attentive? Just kidding.
Jain ma'am, Abhinav this side. So basically in Netflix design thinking, that first we were depend on DVDs, CDs and all. So Netflix think that we have to update with the world, and they move on online streaming. There is a competitor with Netflix, Blockbuster, which got bankrupt due to Netflix, and they have to close down their business because they are not getting updated with the world. And after that, Netflix creates their own content because they were uploading movies from Bollywood and Hollywood. So they think that they have to create their own original content so that the customers were more liking their original content, not the content which is already in the existing in the market. So that's what I want to say. Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else who would like to join? Okay, we can take someone who hasn't answered. There.
Jain ma'am, I am Tanuj Agarwal. So basically why was Netflix started? So Blockbuster were providing the DVD rental services. So the CEO of Netflix, one day he had a problem that the late fees was too much on it, the DVDs. So they identified that the problem that the DVDs were having late fees and the customers were not able to adhere to that. They were getting too much of late fees applied on that DVDs. So they understand that problem, and then they brought in the concept of rentals, DVD rentals on online. So they ideated that problem, they focused on that problem, and then later they provided the online streaming platform. and they did the beta testing. They provided the updated versions, and with the help of the algorithms, also they help the customers to identify their interest in which shows, in which movies they have.
Thank you, thank you. That was a good summary. Thanks to both of you. Now, talking not only about Netflix or the big names in the market or the business, we also have to look at the rural India or not so developed part of India. Can anyone think for a few minutes, for maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, about the any sort of problem that might exist in the rural India where we can apply design thinking and try to come up with a solution? Anyone? We can have few minutes where you can think about it. In the morning session, we had one candidate talk about problems he was facing. Yes, there he was facing in his personal family business, and we offered him that you can think about it because rain is something inevitable. It happens every year in all parts of India. So you can not only connect with the community, the close community, you can also connect with other parts of India, people over there who have faced similar problems in the past, and the kind of solutions they have come up with. And apart from cut, copy, paste, you can get inspired by it because your problem might be unique. So you can inspired by the solutions they have used, and then try to build on to that and come up with another unique solution only for yourself. Just like that, can I have another problem? Okay, we have someone here. Yeah.
Jain ma'am, Janvi here. So basically, in rural areas, there is a problem of education. The children mostly skip the schools or they don't go to schools. So what we can do, with the help of design thinking, we can at least paint the school so that it is quite attractive to them. Ki what is happening inside the buildings? Why is it's so attractive? And then we can set up some TVs so they can get attracted to that and they'll come to school.
Thank you. Thank you for that answer. I'll come to that.
Jain ma'am. So in villages or rural area, people faces electric problem. So in my opinion, they can build or set up a solar panel on their roof so they don't face electric problem.
Thank you. So he answered a part of problem existing in your idea. I'll come to you 1 minute. You talked about setting up televisions or digital spaces in the rural India, but the problem is power. Even if we go to find a solution in solar power, it is not as accessible as it is to a city because of the kind of infra that is available in the rural India. Painting schools, yes, that might work to attract children only to a certain extent and only to a certain age. So, but good examples there.
Just to build on that, great thought. And if you've heard about STEM, right? STEM is an initiative by government which dreams of imparting education till the rural parts of India. And there are a lot of individuals, corporates, NGOs who've empaneled, and they are doing some of these initiatives. We at Brilio are also part of it. We do a lot of these activities like painting the school, giving laptops, stationery, desk. We also take online classes. We've set up labs. We've also done digital classrooms. So yes, in line to what you said, motivation for children to come to school. Some of the parts, they also found that children did not come to school, they went to places where they get food. So they started giving food, free food at school. So that was a motivation that if I go to school, I'll get food. So many such initiatives already taken by the government. So great, thanks for bringing that up.
Okay.
I know there are many more. If time permits, we'll listen to you all towards the end. Let's go to the next video.
Okay, now that she started,
okay.
Quickly in a few seconds, and then we'll move ahead.
Ma'am, we can also see the problem in the rural areas that the girls are generally using clothes as they are not using sanitary pads. Instead of that, they are using clothes which are creating a lot of problems to their health. So we can empathize their problem and give a prototype that how will it improve in their life if we'll have sanitary pads instead of the clothes.
Thank you for that question. Again, as Ritu mentioned, a lot of NGOs have taken measures to solve that problem, but good thought. Having said that, we are going to now watch a video talking about a problem that was faced specifically in the rural parts of India and how design thinking has helped come up with a solution for that.
The philosophy of design thinking has been driving innovation across sectors. When you look at some of the pioneers of design thinking, like Airbnb, Nike, or Uber Eats, you will realize that all of them have found success by solving the problems of their customers. And that is the beauty of design thinking. The human-centered approach of design thinking puts the consumer at the forefront by addressing their needs and problems. Therefore, it is logical to presume that design thinking could play a critical role in solving complex problems faced by societies across India and the world. And you would be absolutely right. In the last few years, NGOs and private enterprises have partnered up with government agencies to solve problems faced by the rural population of India. Let's look at a few success stories where design thinking has helped transform lives in rural India. Jeevan Bindi. In India, millions of women suffer from iodine deficiency, which can cause goiter, breast cancer, and pregnancy issues, especially in rural areas. While there are pills and other forms of medication available to correct iodine deficiency, the hesitancy to use Western medication has proved to be a major roadblock. Singapore-based philanthropic organization Grey for Good set out to find a solution to this problem. As iodine can be absorbed through the skin, Grey for Good came up with the idea to use bindis to administer iodine. Neil Vasant Medical Foundation and Research Center, under the brand name Talwar Bindi, developed bindis that serve as iodine patches. Hence the life-saving dot or the Jeevan Bindi was born. Jeevan Bindi delivers 100 to 150 micrograms of iodine by absorption through the skin.
Great thought, isn't it? Not only about empathizing with them and trying to come up with a solution. It is not necessary for you to spend a lot of money and come up with a high-fi fancy solution so that people can show off saying I'm involved in design thinking, because these are people who cannot afford much, unfortunately. These are people who do not have facilities like people who live in city. So you need to understand and empathize to come up with a solution that can be afforded by them as well, even by people who are below poverty line. Even these are people who cannot afford to go to schools, who cannot afford to get treated a proper treatment in the hospital. How do you provide help to them? How do you provide a solution to them? So that is also a part of design thinking, where you need to understand that money is also a luxury to a lot of people. And when I'm saying money, I'm not talking about lakhs, but few hundreds. That itself, that is also a luxury to a lot of people. Anyone who would like to add a note to this video? It is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to talk much about it. That's why I'm asking if anyone would like to add. No? Then we can move ahead. These are the last 3 points that I would like to leave you guys with. Consider the big picture. Going back to the Oral-B example, not only looking at what is at present in front of my eyes, but what is the actual need that we are looking into. Then research each company's competitors. This is also important. If Oral-B had created an electrical brush with very high price, there were competitors to copy their design and sell it for the cheaper prices. Again, their entire process would go to a waste. So you need to know your customers, you need to know your competitors very well as well. And apart from that, think through alternative solutions. It's not one problem, one solution that we work with. There is no limit, there is no one solution, there is no one answer. You have a problem, if there are 10 people in the room, there are going to be 10 different solutions, 10 unique solutions. So you need to make sure that you have alternative solutions at all times. That is all from my end. I would ask Ritu to share a few words.
Okay, so we've wrapped the design thinking session here. Key takeaways. Key takeaways, guys. Do you find this concept interesting? Can be used in many situations, in any situations, right? It's not only about larger problem statements, companies, product, or solutions, but in any stage, anything you see as a problem, trust me, you can use all the steps to come up with a solution. And it is so inbuilt in human nature, you don't have to practice this. It comes naturally for a lot of things. When we come across a problem, don't we probe? Kya hua? Kaise hua? What is it? Our brain starts processing information. How, why, what, when, right? That is your empathy stage. It's natural. What I'm just trying to say that there'll be one big subject in your management on design thinking, but most of us don't realize most of it comes naturally to us. You just have to use some additional concepts which will help you come up with the right solution in the business world. So that's one, when you get problem, you start understanding, right? And then how can you solve? Is it the problem with me or with somebody else? Then you start connecting, understanding ki why, what, and you come up with solutions. And you give an idea. It worked, it worked, it did not work. Acha aur kuch sochte hain, right? We use all of this in exams as well. Prepare, come up with strategy, ki ye try karte hai, do things, got your marks, did not, okay, next time some of the odds that. So this is like a beautiful concept which you will use a lot in your day-to-day work as well, in your life as well. To some of you who you had a question about the real problem that you faced, try using some of this concept. Do a little more research on seeing if there are already solutions existing. I'm 100% sure some approach you will be able to take. Okay. All right, with this we wrap the session, for the design thinking session. We have a fun element now. All the gyan is over, to be called. But yeah, we want to put you, we have a game for all of you. So get ready with your laptops. Shrestha and Shambhavi will give you instructions. And this is the last event for the day. Okay. Before we wrap, important for all of you and for us as well, we will share a feedback link. Please share your feedback. Important, because we also need to learn what we did good, what we did not, how we can improve for our next sessions. Okay, so share your honest feedback, what you liked, what didn't go well, so that we can build on that. So that's what I'm looking for. And are you guys ready? Open your laptops.
So guys, here's an instruction.
Now here's a, okay, sorry, good. We'll see how much concept that you learned you can apply here. So they're all design thinking questions here.
Yes, design thinkings and also some fun questions, because we had a long day today. All of you guys learned a lot. So why not end with a fun note, right? How many of you are active on social media? How many of you are active about current affairs? That is a sad answer, guys. You need to be active on that as well. But good, I see few numbers. No problem. We have a mixed up of quiz and it is all fun. You can go to your Chrome, type Kahoot. There's the code, game pin over there. Type in there, type your name, and we'll have, yeah. Right. I'm aware all of you do not have laptops, so those who don't have their laptops right now with them, they
No,
can
you
team
can
up.
play individually also.
You guys can team up. Guys, take this one seriously
Okay,
because
then do
the
4
top
together.
3 winners are going to get prizes.
So if individual laptops will not work, you can make 4. Yeah, 4 of you can play together.
It's okay, guys, if you have to team up because your individual laptops are not available. Just
You can form a team of 4 or 3. Please form teams. One of you play. Let's not have everybody enter into this. Play together. This is just for fun, nothing else.
But let's not leave anyone behind as well. If they don't have their laptops, team them.
Team up with your friends.
If you want to name your team, you can name that as well. You have to write a nickname, so you can name your team as well.
Somebody is asking something. Yeah, you had a doubt? Internet is... that's okay. If you're using one laptop and 4 are teamed up, completely alright. What's the prize? Come on, you don't go to a competition and say I'll participate only when I know the prize. Have you ever done that? Going to an internship and saying, what will I get at the end? Only then I will enroll for the internship. No, right? Come on. That is the pin 7011347. Once all of you have entered, give me a thumbs up. We only have 5 people here. We have a ghar, we have a canvas. 505 boys. Where are 505 boys? Nobody is allowed to say the answers. Just see the option and select it on your screen.
The question will appear in your screen as well. An answer you have to select in your screen, not here, okay?
We'll move to the next question. Shunak is the best performer for first question, okay? What defines human resource department? Come on, we have 90 plus participants and the scores are going so slow. What is that Italian name? What is the need for HR planning? Are you guys even reading the options or randomly selecting? Good. Moving on to next question. Who's Chandra? Good job.
Who's AD?
CEO of Amazon is Bill Gates. True or false?
False.
Guys, you're not supposed to say the answer. What if someone thinks this is actually true?
Please don't say the answer aloud. I know the excitement, but keep the answers to yourself.
Next question, please. We have 100 answers. Not bad. There are 13 people who thought that was true. See? Chandra. Who is Chandra? He's doing good.
Wait. Chandra
Good.
is still leading. Who's
Yeah.
AD? Okay, second competition AD. Who's
हम है hero. कौन है hero? यहाँ
हम
पे?
है hero?
हाँ.
Okay, okay.
Nice.
Great. Yahoo and Desi boys catch up. Not too far.
Next question, please. Guess the logo. I think girls would do better at this. Guys, you're not supposed to say the answers out loud. There are 50 people thought it was Gucci. Only 16 could guess the right answer.
Wait.
AD,
Oh
good
my
job.
God. AD going up. Chandra got down now. Okay, catch up. Quickly. Who's team 4? Great.
Nice.
Great entry.
The largest share in India's national income is from. Shh. Good. 4 people thought it's trade. Maximum people chose wrong.
Great. Let's see the leaderboard now. Oh
AD
my
is
God, who is Doraemon?
Doraemon.
Oh my
Nice.
God, great. Avengers.
We have Avengers also. Where are
entered,
Avengers?
okay.
Nice. Doraemon's and Avengers sitting nearby.
Chandra needs to catch up fast. Okay, let's
Next
go.
question, please.
Oh, how many? Oh.
Maximum people did not know the answer. That's sad. Let's see who guessed it right. It is still on the top, guys. You need to buckle up.
Hum Hai Hero is also there. Team SSM. Where is Team SSM? Wow,
Nice.
great entry. Then Team 4 and
Doraemon.
Great. Okay, let's go next.
How many armies are here? Maximum people chose wrong. Come on. Okay, I don't blame you for this one. Next question.
Oh
Team
my God,
SSM.
Team SSM.
Where are you? Okay, nice. Next question, please.
Vishal entered.
Which of the following is the correct abbreviation of HRM?
लीडरबोर्ड पे रुकना फिर से Like, I can see those smiles. What a funny
Impressive.
question. Like, is it?
Good.
If
This one.
I am surprised. 3, 2, 3. Can you all? I would love to see who answered those questions. Seriously, guys. I know it's 1 month, but you all should know what does HR stands for. HRM. Okay.
And you're planning to do specialization in that. Come on. Okay.
Okay. Team SSM, AD, then Hum Hai Hero,
Vishal Taylor.
Who is Vishal Taylor?
We have
Okay,
a villain
great.
also.
And we have a villain also.
Hero and villain on the same screen.
Great.
Okay, next question. Which of the following is our not job related source of stress? Career concerns, which a lot of you will be having next year. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Let's see. AD is back on top.
Wow, Chandra has an entry again.
There's an
XYZ.
XYZ.
Who's XYZ? Where is XYZ?
XYZ is there.
Oh, okay,
Good.
great. And then Rishi. Cool, great entry. Okay.
Hero कहाँ गए?
चले गए अभी नीचे.
Who is anime fan? Who's watched Naruto? I see somebody missed the answer over there. This is very easy if you've watched Naruto.
How many of us like anime? Whoa, Chandra
Heroes are
now back again.
Next question. This you should know. It's pretty easy. Who are these four people?
Great.
Wait. Who are these four people who selected none? Come on, guys, it's about Lamborghini.
Okay.
Villain is black. Back. This you should know. Guys, this is literally first 10 minutes of the movie. You cannot go wrong with this.
Whoa,
Seriously?
great.
Next question, please. Vishal is coming up. Good.
Rishi, Vishal going up.
Is this true or false?
Yeah, we're not playing group game. It's only team game.
No cheating
and
here.
in 4, not in hundreds.
It's actually false. Why? I'll tell you. Good marketing is no accident, but a result of careful planning and execution. Promoting is a part of branding, which is also a sub-branch of marketing, but execution comes first. You will study this. Don't worry, you will study it. This is very recent, guys. This you should be able to guess. Very recent.
Oh, how many of you got right? Great. Chalo.
Next question, please.
Any surprise?
Rishi,
Whoa,
finally on
Rishi
top.
is
Where
gone
is
up
Rishi?
now.
Good.
Great.
Finally on top. Slow and steady. Who has done their homework?
Brilio
Who
has
done their
recently launched a book titled As.
If you follow us on our Instagram handle, you will know this answer.
Awesome. Awesome.
Next question, please.
Team SSM.
Again
Going
on
up.
top.
Great.
We have a very strong competition between these.
Shantanu is a new entry here. Who is Shantanu? Wow,
Nice.
silent players. Now last questions left. Let's buck up and see we keep this.
Where's AD?
Last few questions left. 3 more left.
Finding ways to reduce uncertainty is a crucial responsibility of management. True or false?
Some of you are like probability से चलो true कर लेते हैं, false कर लेते हैं, कुछ तो लग जाएगा. Great.
Those who got tricked in last true or false question gave wrong answer here. Next question.
Okay.
Heroes are
nice.
back. Good.
Heroes are back.
Vishal is also back. Guess the brand ambassador. Let me give you a hint. Armies know this answer. I don't know about rest. Wait, before moving to the next question, before moving to next question, what was that logo? किसका logo था वो? Park Jimin मेरे को पता है. Logo किसका था? Right. How many of you genuinely knew it, or how many of you guessed it? I like the honest answer. One person से नहीं पता. Okay. Next question, please.
Last 2 left. Let's see.
Last 2.
The initial stage of supply chain process is. Hey, Pooja Kumari. आज Saturday है.
Good. This is impressive.
Team से log off करना था. It's okay. Now it's fine.
Who is OSS?
OSS.
Nice.
And who's
SPRA? What is that? Is that an acronym?
SPRA.
Okay.
The initials of the names, I think.
Nice.
The
nice.
first alphabet. Okay.
This is the last question, guys. This will decide.
So one of your colleagues shared, इसका आंसर जो नहीं दे पाएगा वो उस कॉलेज के लायक नहीं है. That was Sejal, no? I was just.
There are a few people who did not. Now you know whom to catch after the session. Okay, let's see who the winner is. Shall we?
Seriously, only 3 got right.
कौन है ये 3 लोग?
Okay, why do you think operations is a core function? Why do you think? The 3 of you who got right, why, was it just a guesswork, or you really think it's a... You want to share?
Yes, please.
Chain, ma'am. Ma'am, without operation, I don't think so organization can run.
Guys, can we please have silence and listen to our friend?
You can have finance, you can have a big management, you can do any planning. लोग नहीं रहेंगे काम करने के लिए तो कहाँ से चलेगा? Right? Operations is nothing but where people work, where actual core work happen. The rest are enablers. The core function is operation of an organization, right? It's not finance, it's not management, it's not HR, it's not other, it's the operations. So they say there are only 2 roles in an organization. One is sales, who get the business. The rest is all operations, which help you run the business. And I know organizations have names to different departments, but only 2 roles are the key roles. Sales, who get business. Second, rest is all your operations. Even HR, finance, everybody is ops supporting the business. Okay. Thank you all for playing this game. Let's get the leaderboard.
Let's see who top 3 winners are. Third prize goes to?
Third prize
Vishal.
goes to... Can we have Vishal?
Rishi.
And who's on the limelight?
Team
SSM. Can we have all of you here?
Let's have all these 3 people here. Guys, I don't hear you clap. Let's have some... Now that they've performed so well in the quiz, it's good to appreciate. Okay, third place goes to Vishal. Team Vishal. Okay, Vishal. Can we have applause, please? Thank you. Second place goes to Rishi. Team Rishi. You will have to share the prize. Oh, you played alone? Good. Good choice. And Team SSM. First prize. Winners. They will have to share, I guess.
So we are end of the session. Thank you all for being a wonderful audience. And before we wrap up for today, I hope you had today's session as meaningful. I hope we were able to address some of your questions. We still have 10 minutes. Thankfully, we got half an hour grace period. Any last minute questions? Even if they don't come today, if you still get any questions, you have us on LinkedIn. Please ping us, chat, any questions, any doubts that you want to have, you can feel free to connect and we'll be happy to address them. But before we leave, any questions that you have which you feel did not get addressed? Most of them got addressed. Yes? Did this make sense today? Was it itni halki awaaz mein? Yes, ma'am. Where's the energy in the room? Yes, I love this. Was this meaningful? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Was it fun? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Did we take some learnings? Yes, ma'am. Great. Thank you. Thank you all for being a wonderful audience. Wishing you all good luck. I wish you all a good luck. You just started your career journey, your academic journey. Soon you will be starting your career journey as well. 2 years, beautiful time. This time won't come again. So enjoy the best. I know there's lots to learn, but relish this time because this time will not come again. All right? So wishing you all good luck. Thank you. Sharma.
Thank you, Ritu. She's already said a lot and she said all. I don't have anything to add, honestly. But it was great fun. Not only you, we are also going with a lot of learning today. It was a great experience for us as well. And can we have a loud applause for all of you? Because this event would not have been successful if you guys were not interested, if you were not engaging, if you were not interactive. So you should appreciate yourself. And as Ritu said, have fun, enjoy, because this will not come again and you will miss it. Trust me, I've been there. Shrestha.
Yeah. So hi guys. I have started the talk while I was sitting there. I say that it's about learning, unlearning, and relearning. I have learned a lot. I have unlearned a lot, and I have relearned a lot. So these 2 years, you are going to learn. You learn as much as you can, because this is going to help you in your long run. After 10 years, you look back and you will be like, okay, I was in IIEBM and I have done that. That's why I am here right now today. Okay, and all the best for your future. Thank you so much for being so supportive and so encouraging to each other. I have seen people who have encouraged the opponent teams as well, and that's the best thing that I have seen today. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure students have been highly motivated. We extend our sincerest gratitude to you, ma'am. It is certain students have gained an abundance of knowledge from all the experiences all of you all shared generously. And also, they thoroughly enjoyed the session. We also express our gratitude to the students for their attendance and active participation. Thank you once again for all your invaluable insights. We will be awaiting your next visit to our campus.